Thursday, you know what that means. Welcome to the show. You are listening to Max Wrestling episode 313.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
Fucking Clarence.
Yeah.
That's not fucking Clarence.
That's how you start a fucking show.
You want to try and cancel that guy? Good luck.
That's the problem. Why are we canceling
fucking
them?
hell.
Like, everybody's canceling everything, man. And first of all, I like the third.
I want to
Why?
cancel
Whoa,
Gen Z.
Oh, why? Yeah, fuck these guys. I like, what the hell? You dumbass kids, like, you don't even know, bud.
Yeah.
You fucking running around with your WAP, okay? And your dumb shit like this. This motherfucker's been doing this shit for years. They fucking, the government tried to ban him, and it didn't work. Who the fuck do you think you are?
Okay. Glad and all their people protested outside of the VMAs when he performed with Elton John. Okay, like Glad tried to take him down. Everybody tried to take Eminem down. Nobody taking down Eminem.
Yeah,
sorry, bud.
Performed with Elton John despite homophobic lyrics.
Yes.
You know what? You know why? Because it's just a fucking song.
Just a fucking.
Chill
Well, Bono said it the best. You know what? Bono said it the best. When Johnny Cash sang, "I shot a man in Reno just to watch him die," nobody went out and said, "Somebody stop that man."
No, they were like, cool, where do I get this album?
You know what, Mike? Robbie Williams never went on a gun-toting spree in Mexico with a monkey either.
Of course not. No.
It was just a song.
Yes, when Robbie Williams, were we going to get offended when he was talking about Rock DJ and he's all friggin' a skeleton and he's all naked in the video? You're going to get upset?
Well, I mean, I think it did get banned. They kind of stopped the video at, like, until he starts ripping off his skin. And then now, all of a sudden, he's a skeleton. And then, like, after 9 o'clock, they'll show the whole video on MTV.
Bro, you got to understand, like, when they played that on TRL, I was, like, 8 years old, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? He's in a skeleton. I didn't say what the fuck is this, but I'm like, what is this? He's a skeleton, and he's just dancing, and they're all rollerblading, and I'm like, pimping ain't easy. Goddamn right, Robbie Williams.
Then you see the full version. It's like something out of George A. Romero. Okay, now I get it.
That's true. Well, then he also had He's Loving Angels instead. You see nobody getting upset about that.
Yeah, see? Yeah. One extreme to the other.
Yeah.
Anyway, wrestling. Coming up this week.
Eventually.
AEW's week went from explosive barbed wire to dynamite. Obviously, Impact Sacrifice predictions, a promo exhibition between Daniel Crimmins and Robert Davis, and as announced on Facebook this week, there is some huge news to come on this week's episode of Max Wrestling. But first on the agenda, for weeks now, there's been a mystery around who Travis found to face Moses at Promo Mania. A couple of weeks ago, it seemed to be Moni Lynn. Last week, okay, this is a story. Last week, Moses responded saying he wishes for Moni to face Mr. Crimmins first. During the week, Moni declined the challenge and said she only wants to face Moses, so Travis tried to solve the problem by giving them both an ultimatum. But that drew a little concern, so here is your solution. Providing the match happens, both will be rewarded. Moses with his promo title, and Moni will receive a world title shot at Trivia Takeover. There we go, everybody wins.
Yeah.
So, no more controversy, no more executive power swinging, whatever.
Yeah,
there we go. Dicks flying, yeah. No more dicks flying.
Wait, may I just say something before we get into the week? Because this has been bugging me. Not this, but I had something to say.
The dick swinging?
No, not the dick. No.
I was like, why would that bug you?
No, you shut up. So what was fucking me was, so you posted it in the group, the Max Wrestling group, that friggin' bitch, and with the annoying voice, girl on cinema, getting all pissed off at Tony Khan. You're doing this to YouTubers, taking down the content, and I showed you that dude, the great one, getting all angry about that too, a little aggro. Oh, they're pissed.
How dare you stop me using your full clips and making money off of them?
How dare you, Tony Khan?
Oh,
how dare you?
What kind of business is that?
Well, then they put up, there's a thing with YouTube, like the fair use kind of deal, and there's like a thing, and I'm like, okay, you still should not be doing that because you're making money off somebody. Yeah, whatever. They tried to justify it, and people defended her, right?
Using the full clip is not fair use. Okay, that's just blatant plagiarism.
Yep.
That how that broad got like in the thousands of views? Because she's just fucking stealing everybody's shit.
Yeah. And
they probably had him on mute.
Yeah, and she does what she's pretty much like mini Jim Cornette. She shits on MLW, she shit on NXT, she does a lot of videos of why AEW sucks. I mean, she's trying to be Cornette guy.
You can't try to be Cornette because Cornette's like a one and only dude.
I know
the motherfucker knows history from he knows wrestling history from like the 20s.
You understand that, but she's like really influenced by how he shits on stuff and his opinions, his old school,
Okay, well, fucking this guy can shit on shit if he's fucking knows shit from the goddamn Renaissance.
He's been in the business, so he has a right to say this stuff. He's been in the business. He actually knows.
I was about to say, who the fuck is this girl? You're just some fucking nerd.
Yeah.
Get the hell out of here. You're like, dude, like. Go fucking pay some dues before you start shitting on shit. I've been there, pal. That's why I only shit on the shit I've already watched. Because I am reminiscing the times that we feel are so great being in the Attitude Era. A bunch of it was shit.
So Moses Marquez is pretty much channeling his inner Little River Band, reminiscing. It's like in the other guys. What do I feel like I'm shopping for a training bra? You know what I'm saying? Will Ferrell, Mark Wahlberg? Hell yeah.
You see, Moses and Amir always ask how I get away with using WWE clips. Because I do use fair use. I use them for like 2-3 seconds and chop them up. I don't post the full fucking clips.
Yep.
Also, speaking over a full clip does not get rid of the copyright. No. It's still a full clip. Dumbass.
Bitch. Roses really smell like poo. Woo woo.
Also, we don't make money off of it.
No.
Okay. Okay, but ain't ringing our doorbells.
Bitch.
Now, at Fastlane, we have Bianca Belair and Sasha teaming up to challenge Nia and Shayna again. Rematch.
What?
Now,
Why?
Before last night, of course, this was a case of blatantly ignoring Dakota and Raquel getting screwed last week. And, of course, Naomi and Lana getting earning a shot weeks ago. So, they gave Naomi and Lana a shot on SmackDown, and it meant shit because... Nia and Shayna are obviously going to win because they already got a pay-per-view match booked. Duh.
Yeah. I mean, what they did on Raw, it wasn't bad. You could tell like they were doing some tandem offense, but I'm just like, I know they're losing. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I know you're losing.
We get it.
You're not fooling anybody.
You're not fooling anybody. Like, and that's the thing, too. Like, why are we having this rematch? Because is it going to be a thing where Bianca or Sasha, they turn on each other and then they win? And Nia and Shayna win because I'm like, whatever. And then we'll talk about NXT and why I got angry with the friggin' women's tag titles. But it's like you had something that could have been possible. You had something that could be built to like the takeovers and the WrestleManias. But no, we have to have Sasha and Bianca in there again just because we got nobody for friggin' Nia and Shayna. And I'm going to say this right now. For Asuka, I don't even care. Charlotte, hell, maybe Rhea Ripley. Did you guys see Raw Talk? Peyton Royce friggin' just dropped a hell yes. Where's that Peyton Royce been?
Held back.
Catering.
Catering with Aleister Black.
Oh, God.
Don't get me started on that either. Like, because Jesus Christ, dude. Yeah. Like, I already said it in RWT. We fucking deserve Tommy in. It's bad enough that, like, you stopped him in, the peak of his fucking NXT run just because it's finally time to bring him up. You don't do jack shit. He has a cool entrance he's like kind of over for like 3 weeks.
Oh, let's throw him in a tag team with Ricochet.
Yeah.
Why?
That was as oddball as can fucking be, but I was like, okay, whatever. At least maybe there's a push kind of. At
least he's getting a few wins. Okay, we'll go with it.
And then he's like, okay, well, I'm done with him. Well then, can he like at least be on TV? No. Okay, can he go to NXT? No.
Because
I want to release him, but no. But you're a viable talent.
It's the wife.
Stop hoarding talent, you fucking nerd.
It's because they're pissed. Well, the Zelina thing, because
fuck off. Because she made almost $1 million because she's hot.
Yes, that's why.
Did they ever bitch when Sean made a bunch of money from his fucking Playgirl spread?
No, because he's
Triple H told him girls bought that magazine.
Fucking everybody else made all their money in Playboy? No. So fuck the hell right off, dude.
Do you want to know why? You want to know why with Shawn Michaels and Playgirl? Because his name was not Mike Honcho, but he spread his butt cheeks, but not as Mike Honcho.
That's my favorite thing ever. What's the Playgirl spread as Mike Honcho?
Vince is literally Andy in Toy Story. I don't want to play with you anymore.
Yep, that's Vince.
Tomorrow it will be 5 months exactly since Aleister Black's been on TV.
Oh my God, was that with Kevin Owens, right?
Yes, when he had the eye patch.
Ugh.
I mean, it was a horrible storyline, but at least he was doing something.
Mm-hmm.
And people love this company.
Yeah, people defend this company
They fucking
religiously.
suckle at the teat of this company.
People defend this company like they defend Trump.
Oh,
Well,
They're getting ready to storm Jacksonville.
well, I mean, Vince McMahon.
So true.
Well, Vince McMahon is friends with the Donalds. So.
Yeah, of course he is. Huh? They're both senile old men.
Yep.
Hey, all right.
Okay, this next thing on the agenda, it may turn into a little bit of a rant. Not because it pisses me off, just because I find it so crazy and ridiculous. So, okay, Apollo now carries a plastic spear and has 2 military guards. But the accent, good God, it
Nigerian
just
accent.
it makes no sense. Okay, you embrace your roots, no problem. Do you? But that doesn't mean you suddenly develop an accent. I mean, he's not lying. He does have Nigerian heritage, but he was born in Sacramento and raised in Atlanta. You don't suddenly develop an accent after 30 years.
You want me to say it? You want me to say it?
Go ahead.
So I grew up Long Island, New York.
Yes.
I live in South Carolina. You don't see me talking like this every goddamn day, son of a bitch. No, I talk like a normal person. You know what I'm saying?
Need my goddamn lawyer.
Oh yeah. Thank you. So yeah, it's like whatever.
I mean, if he'd have debuted with this gimmick and I'd never seen him before, it would probably be cool. But the sudden switch is just so fucking ridiculous. He's been in WWE for 6 years. We've heard his real accent.
I was like, dude, you know you've been around for like a long time, right?
And he also keeps kind of slipping a little bit back into his American accent. It's like fucking Michael Fassbender at the end of First Class when Magneto suddenly starts talking Irish in the last 10 minutes.
Yep.
Oh, hold on
The
a
humans are
second.
played their hands. Whoa,
Apologies.
hang on, weren't you German?
Nope.
Apologies for interrupting, but I just realized something. So that one of the Nigerian guards, I thought he looked familiar. That's the dude from NXT that was on Raw like a couple times when they were at the Performance Center. One of them is Denzel Desjardins, and the other guy is some dude named
That name is
Matrick
familiar.
Belton. Yeah, and some dude named Matrick Belton.
I'm willing to bet they were one of the original members of Retribution too.
Probably.
You know when they had like 27 members.
As it should have freaking been. That would have been cool. But no.
Yeah. Instead, we just get this.
Okay, so
T-Bag.
looking at these guys here, Matrick Belton, who's one of the guys, he wrestled in CZW very briefly. And the last time we saw Denzel Desjardins, he wrestles as Desmond Troy in NXT. The last time we saw him, he got squashed by Karrion Kross on a match in NXT in December 2020.
Yeah, he's that big like amateur wrestling dude.
Yep, you're right.
Yeah, I remember Cross squashing him.
Yep. So now he's with. So now they said, "Hey, kid, come up to the main roster. You're gonna be with Apollo."
Okay. Doing
Okay.
what? You're gonna stand there. Oh.
You get a uniform.
Okay.
You get a uniform.
Hot dog.
Okay, so quick results from SmackDown. King Corbin defeats Montez Ford. Angelo Dawkins defeats Sami Zayn. Dominic Mysterio defeats Chad Gable. Bianca Belair defeats Shayna Baszler despite Reginald being a dick at ringside. And Cesaro defeated Murphy.
Okay, this is where I'm gonna rant. I'm gonna take over for you, Mr. Dazzy Dangerously. You know
Go
why
ahead.
I rant? Okay.
You can even wear my blazer.
Thank you. That fits because I am straight edge too. Anyway, I digress. So, it's one of those things where I look at it from a stance too. Murphy, who nothing after the whole thing with Aaliyah and what have you done, nothing. So he comes up to Seth Rollins like, "Hey, I can embrace the vision," and I'm like, "You just turned on him, and now we're gonna put them back together because we have nothing for Murphy. I mean, they just fired Steve Cutler, so why not put Blake and friggin' Murphy back together, and they can be a tag team? They are the former NXT Tag Team Champions, but no, we're gonna put him back with Seth Rollins to do this bullshit again." And I already got mad. Like, I'm really looking forward to seeing Cesaro and Seth Rollins, but the fact that we're putting this back together after we had him turn on him in this whole thing with the Mysterio family, and now we're gonna go back together. You know what I'm saying? It's like Peaches and F and Herb reunited, and it feels so good. Kingston, shut the fuck up. Go ahead, Dad.
So what happened to the relationship with Leah? She couldn't keep off Instagram.
She couldn't keep on Instagram. It's like when they pulled apart Dolph Ziggler and the whole thing, and with Rusev and Summer Rae, because they couldn't hide their love and their engagement and whatnot. So
but that was a saving grace because that was awful.
You didn't like Summer Rae calling him Ruru?
No.
Oh.
I mean, that was even worse because they were both on TV. Aaliyah's boyfriend, we don't even know who the hell he is.
This is true.
But even so, that was ridiculous too. Okay, now a very lame Raw. Apart from the quick match results, I have literally one note, and that's the build to the inevitable WrestleMania match between Shane and Braun, which continued with one of the worst promo segments I've ever seen.
Why? Why?
To quote Shane, it was so stupid.
You know what it reminds me of?
Don't say Jericho.
No. Remember when Shane...
When Jericho went through the whole silent treatment thing.
Oh, God. Yeah, when he returned, and it'll be the end of the world as you know it. Yeah. No, that's not what it reminded me. So Shane McMahon, when he first feuded with the Big Show, not the Backlash match where he jumped off
which way did he go, yeah.
Which way did he go? That's what it reminds me of. They're treating Braun like the Big Show.
But this is the worst.
The segment was awful. Shane just kept saying like one or two words, and then there was silence, and then Braun was screaming. Well, he wasn't screaming, he was talking. They just turned up the mic. And then Shane was kind of walking away and then coming back and saying more shit. And then it went on and on and on and on and on and on for about 10 minutes.
Like, shut the fuck up, pal.
And then finally Shane poked the bear and ran.
You see, so he poked him, like, literally, and then ran away?
I don't even remember what he said, but it was, it was along the lines of, you're ugly, and then ran away.
No, he said, Braun is stupid, or something like that. I felt like
what the shit?
I felt like I was listening to Kenny Loggins. I'm all right. Like, it's friggin' Caddyshack over here, you know what I'm saying? It was ridiculous.
I love that movie.
So Braun chases Shane backstage. Shane's nowhere to be found. Well, we see a car pulling away. So Braun goes the other way, and then Shane appears behind him after he walked away and starts waving at him, and she goes, so stupid.
Which way did he go?
Exactly. It's exactly the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Which way did he go? I get it. Paul White's on AEW now, so we got to rehash this storyline.
Yeah.
Anyway.
What if it does lead to a last man standing match at WrestleMania, and Shane's gonna jump off something as people are now calling it? It's a Shane jumps off something high match.
Yeah.
Well, duh. What else would you call it?
That should definitely be in the next 2K game.
Absolutely.
Exhibition, yes. Shane jumps off something high match, yes.
Mm-hmm.
But that's probably gonna have to be like something outside because they're stuck in the Thunderdome. No, wait, they're not. They're in Raymond James. Oh, Shane's gonna jump off the pirate ship. Oh boy. Walk the plank.
Walk the plank, Shane.
Walk? Are you kidding me? I'm jumping off this thing. Look at me, Dad.
Wow.
Shawn Michaels, look at me, Dad. I'm dancing.
Stop it.
Hey, stop.
Yeah, that was literally the only noteworthy segment from Raw. I mean, Lashley had the rematch with The Miz and retained the title. There was more mind games from Alexa Bliss on Randy Orton, and to be honest, it's just dragging now. I just want to see The Fiend come back.
Well, yeah, because they did the same exact thing again, where she made him. Did you like how he told the ref to get away from the pyro?
That was brilliant. Very, very good. Fair play to Randy for that one. Which you would have missed it if you didn't see it in slow motion.
Yes, but it's the same thing, dude. It's just he's spitting up the black shit again.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of get the feeling they took The Fiend off TV too early because they didn't have enough plans to keep this storyline going until we get closer to WrestleMania, because now it's just dragging and dragging and dragging. And they've already run out of ideas because they've done the Black Goo like 3 weeks in a row now.
I'm telling you, man. Randy Orton versus Alexa Bliss next week at Fastlane.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Well, I mean, she doesn't even really have to wrestle. She could just do the mind games, and then it's a perfect scenario for him to come back.
Yeah, she'll turn into classic Alexa, crying in the corner.
Yes, and then he RKO's her, and then the music hits, and here comes the Fiend.
Well, I mean, is it the Fiend? Because we know we're going to get a slightly different look.
It sound like the Big Show or something.
Is it the Fiend? Or Paul Beige?
It's the Fiend Show.
It's the Fiend Show. Nice.
I mean, WWE are apparently trying to trademark symbiote, which is, of course, a Marvel reference for the black goo. They couldn't do that for Finn Balor, when everybody knew he was Venom and stuff.
Dorks.
No.
I hate WWE.
I want to see a conversation between them backstage. Hey, Finn, look what we trademarked. Are you kidding me? You know I used to paint up as Venom, right? Who's Venom? What's a Venom?
They're like, we don't give a shit. I know you don't.
Well, I mean, I'm still interested to see the new look for the Fiend, but just get on with it. That's the only thing I keep thinking every time I see this storyline now.
It's like, let's get a move on there, bub.
Yeah, man. Times are keeping.
I saw Charlotte backstage with Mandy Rose and Dana Brooke, and I groaned.
Yeah.
He said I groaned.
Just like that. To be honest, Charlotte comes on, I switch off now.
You got to step it up, ladies, if you want to go for the Raw Women's Championship and try to compete with me. And I'm like, shut up.
Fuck right off, please.
They had stepped up, and you still managed to get into the storylines anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Ronda Rousey, Becky Lynch. Maybe I'm getting some black goo over here.
Oh, yeah.
So that was pretty much it. Other results. Oh, wait a minute. Drew and Sheamus played jackass with a stunt called Metalhead.
I love that line that you wrote. I'm like, that is so perfect.
First of all,
course, the next day, it was all over fucking social media. It's like, people talk about AEW's ending, and this is what you get on Raw. I was like, yeah, every fucking week, bub.
First of all, you end a no DQ match in a no contest.
Oh, makes no sense.
Okay. Almost as bad as the Hell in a Cell.
No, you don't. Are you kidding me? That's a joke, right?
No, it's a no contest. Yeah,
oh
in a no
my
DQ match.
God.
You mentioned they did that in ECW.
Well, they did it in WCW because falls count anywhere, and he was counted out of anywhere. You know what I'm talking about, Moses Marquez.
No, oh God, don't you do this to me now.
So Sabu tore his bicep open. Okay, let's stop the match.
Sabu broke his effing neck.
I was gonna say, didn't he break his neck?
Fucking Benoit threw him and freaking broke his neck.
That's right, it was Benoit, that fucker. I thought it was like Bam Bam Bigelow or something.
No, it was Chris Benoit.
Yeah. That's how we got the nickname, the Crippler.
Yep. What an asshole.
What an ass.
Well, didn't he do it to Taz as well?
Who? Benoit?
Yeah, he dropped Taz too. I know he dropped Sabu, like,
I know he
literally
dropped him
vertically. But didn't he injure Taz too? Because they had that really intense feud when Taz came back.
Oh, it might have been, yeah, when he was might have been Benoit. I think it was a tag match where he broke his neck. I think it might have been Benoit. You're right. Something like that.
I remember him getting dumped.
Yep. Yeah. Oh, yes. So, yeah, no DQ match ended in no contest.
One other thing. I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you off, but how about the fact that when they did the steel steps, right? Fucking McIntyre went over that damn barricade, bro.
I'm not surprised. Can you imagine being in creative meeting? Okay, so we're gonna end the match with you both putting steel stairs on your head, and then running into each other.
And Drew, you're gonna fall over the barricade.
Are you fucking nuts?
Yes. Okay, here we go.
And then Sheamus just like, I'm gonna need a lot of whiskey.
Oh, I'm sure that they got a couple bottles chilling in the back right then.
So the rest of the match results from Raw. As we said, Lashley defeated The Miz in a title rematch. No DQ ending in no contest. Xavier Woods defeated Shelton Benjamin. Matt Riddle defeats Slapnuts. Nia and Shayna defeats Glow and Blow. And AJ Styles defeats Randy Orton.
Hold on. We got to go back to one. So, friggin' Riddle beats Slapjack, a.k.a. Slapnuts.
Yeah.
Shane Thorne. And friggin' Ali's like, you're embarrassing me again. I'm sick and tired of this crap. I'm like, bro, you got a title match next week. Shut the hell up. Okay? Like, really? Like, stop it. And then friggin', like you mentioned the one before that. What was it?
Xavier Woods and Shelton?
Xavier Woods. No, Xavier Woods and Shelton Benjamin. Okay. Out of nowhere, they're like, oh, the New Day's going to get a tag title match next week. And I'm like, all right, so Xavier's going to beat him in a non-title match. Like,
Well, of course New Day get a tag team title match. They don't have any other tag teams.
They don't. They don't. Oh.
You know what? New Day can't go, let's say, 3 months without a tag title match.
And they'll be 11-time tag team champions.
Oh, they're racing Charlotte.
Yep.
Now that the Friday and Monday's out of the way, and in case you forgot, it is still exhibition season, and this week we have the man from the DC Universe, Daniel Crimmins, against his own villain, the essential Robert Davis.
I like that. I like that a lot.
Here we are, Mr. Robert Davis, old Crazy Eyes himself. I know what you're wondering. I do. See, you're wondering, why would I challenge you? Why would I call you out? But you see, this is something I wanted to do for a long, long time. And I want you to understand that I look at you and I see one of the greatest. One of the absolute best to ever do it. Still doing it. And that's great. It's wonderful. But you see, your opponents in the past, many have fallen, myself included. Now, when you bring out those crazy, crazy eyes, people look into you. They look into those eyes and what do they see? They see their deepest, darkest fears. They see those fears come alive. But me, I don't see that. What do I see when I look into those crazy eyes of yours? I see the one thing that I hate more than everything that exists on this mortal plane. What do I see when I look into those crazy eyes of yours? I see a mirror image of the person staring back at me. I see myself. I see all my imperfections, my failures, my anger, my hate. And I hate that person. So how do I take that part of me and get rid of it? Well, old Crazy Eyes, that's where you come in. In order to destroy that part of me, which I hate, I must look into the eyes of the crazy-eyed man. Stand up to him. I must play in his kingdom. And I must eliminate that part of me. Robert Davis, this is only just the beginning. We have not yet begun to tango.
When the raven calls from the shadows, we will answer. You know, they say imitation is the most sincerest form of flattery. But when I look at you, it makes me sick. You see the difference between you and me, Daniel? I am and always have been true to myself. You turn your back on everyone around you, but worst of all, you turn your back on yourself. You were the best face in the business, and you abandoned that for what? Because you let some dopey jack-offs tell you otherwise? You know, they say I'm a bad guy. But in an evil society, a villain is often a hero. Because only the villains can speak the truth. And I'm telling you the truth right now. You know who you are. You've lost sight of that. And that's the truth. You may not want to hear it, but I will tell you. You see, my sister and I, the demoness, we have protected you from the shadows. When the raven calls, we answer. I just want you to know one thing. And make no mistake about it. You are not one of us. Because in the end, everybody dies, and no one will remain. Black hearts now reign. I bet you didn't see that coming.
This is the CEO of Shane Taylor Promotions and Ring of Honor superstar Shane Taylor, and you are listening to the Max Wrestling Podcast. It's time to take it to the max.
This is the voice of Killer Cross, and right about now, we're about to take it to the max. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Madhouse.
And if you're watching on YouTube, make sure you like and subscribe. If you're watching on Facebook, like and share, and whatever podcast platform you may be listening to. Don't forget to follow or subscribe right now and take it to the max every single week. And make sure you visit our relaunched website, maxwrestling.net, for all your Max Wrestling information, history, stats, and facts.
Stats and facts.
Nice promo exhibition. We will see more of Daniel Crimmins in 2 weeks, as it's my turn to enter the DC universe. Wait. That came out wrong.
Wait a minute. Yeah, well, hold on a minute there. About to say, we're going to get finger in the hole next. Is your finger popping, man? What are you, Ricochet? You're turning into Ricochet over there, Desirino?
I will rephrase. It is my turn to face the DC universe.
Okay, I'll say this right now. Mrs. Riley.
And only Mrs.
Riley. How many fingers am I holding up?
Thinking of getting a thicker set.
I think you better rephrase what you were saying there, you dirty son of a bitch.
But we are going to see more of Robert Davis as well in a couple of weeks at the Promo Mania pre-launch show, which we'll get to in a little bit. And we'll get to Impact in just a few moments. But first, I'm sure I don't want to keep everybody waiting any longer. So the huge news.
Huge.
So allow me to welcome you to the Captain's Table. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Captain's Table. We have it on good authority that there is huge news this week on Max Wrestling that the promo order will be very interested in. Well, we can confirm that this news is indeed huge, and it is indeed interesting to the promo order. But before we get to that, some other breaking news coming to us now from Ben Resnick. Over to you, Ben.
Thank you, Captain. I'm Ben Resnick, and I was able to confirm via the Wrestling Observation that a new award is coming to the Max Wrestling Facebook group at Promo Mania. The Group MVP Championship will be awarded at each special event to the person who is listed as the top contributor of that particular month. Due to the fact that it cannot be won by the 4 Max Wrestling Horsemen, it will not be part of the Grand Slam along with the other Max Wrestling Championships. Rather, it will be a special recognition to the group's members.
Thank you, Ben. That is great news. Do you have any further details on that?
I can confirm via Ryan Silk that the current leader for the title is Hakeem Fullerton, followed by Stan Kazawa, Harold Hunter, Chris Dilworth, and Cypher.
Thank you very much, Ben. And now on to our main story, which I'm being told is being brought to us by our new correspondent, Paul Beige.
Thank you, Captain. This scoop is huge.
Yes, Paul, we've established that. What can you tell us about it?
Well, actually, it's a series of announcements. First of all, unlike last year, where the 3 winners of the first ever Promo Bowl all received a promo title shot at Promo Series, this year the rules change a little. All 3 Promo Bowl champions will each receive a mystery case. One will contain a promo title shot, one will contain a world title shot, and one will contain a 6-month promo ban, but with an optional shot at the Knowledge Championship. Second news, exhibition season at the end of this year will only last until Podcast Promo Rumble 7, because in 2022, the King of the Mic tournament will move to February. Third, next year, Trivia Takeover moves from June to May on the weekend of Double or Nothing, with a brand new special event will be added to the Max Wrestling calendar, Clash of Promos in early July. And finally, the biggest news of all, last year a lot went wrong in the world and Max Wrestling was no exception. In the early summer, in the middle of the first ever promo league, personal issues almost led to the end of Max Wrestling, and the lead came to a premature end. Well, we're all in a better place now. The hindrance has been taken care of, and next year it is time to restart the league. That's right, in April 2022, the Promo League will return, with the person in first place earning a title shot at Trivia Takeover, again at Clash of Promos, and finally at Promo Slam 2022. And that is your huge scoop.
Well, that is indeed huge and a lot of news. It's a wonder Dave Peltzer didn't report this himself. Well, that's it for the Captain's Table. Until next time.
Impact in 3, 2, 1.
There's no Impact in 60 seconds or less this week because we have to predict the pay-per-view. That being Sacrifice. Which...
Wait, you gotta sing it. You gotta sing it, man.
I ain't singing no Sacrifice.
My sacrifice.
I mean, yeah, I love it, but...
Yeah.
This one kind of crept up on us because I didn't realize it was this Saturday until I watched Impact. So, alright. Let's take a look at the match. Okay, we have 9 freaking matches.
Some bitch.
Throw me a freaking bone.
Yeah, I mean, I panic when I see that from AEW because I know they're going to go like close to 4 hours like they did with freaking Revolution, which takes us to like 4 a.m. in the UK, by the way. No, actually, that takes us to almost 5. But Impact stay close to 3 hours or under if you go back to Victory Road. But anyway, first match, let's go with TJP versus Ace Austin for the X Division Championship. Ace Austin has obviously been trying to get this title match for a while. He earned it by winning the X Division Cup. Super X Cup, sorry. And Scott D'Amore made him jump through more hoops to get the match, but now he does have it. So Ace Austin challenging TJP. Mike?
Well, as someone who's been jumping through the hoops, I'm going to say it right now. To quote a UK group, and I think you know where I'm going with this, Dazzy Dangerously, Ace Austin had to do like 5 and slam dunk to Funk to get this X Division Championship bout. So I'm going to say this right now, man. I got to go with TJP to retain on this one. Continues the feud with Ace Austin. Maybe leads us to Rebellion and a rematch. So I got to go TJP on this son bitch.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of feels like a waste for him to go through all these hoops to get the match, but then he's also a heel, so it would be kind of funny. And also, Scott D'Amore would just rib him to death for it, so I'm saying TJP too.
TJP.
Full House.
I just got to say, if you look at Ace Austin, man, with how he has his hair, he looks like one of these kids that got picked on, looking like an emo, like skateboarding after school. You know what I'm saying? Probably paints his fingernails like, Jive Jones and Me, Myself, and I. It's one of those things where you look at that son of a bitch and he's like, you know what? I think you probably got thrown in some lockers when you were in high school. You know what I'm saying? Maybe tossed around. You know what I'm saying?
He definitely had some Green Day on repeat.
Oh, absolutely, man.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Decay. Black Taurus and Crazy Steve versus Reno Scum. I'll keep it simple. Decay.
Yep.
I'm not even going to debate too much about this one.
But didn't Black Taurus just debut a couple weeks ago?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no way he's losing.
Mike?
I enjoyed the exchange when they walk away and they go, "What a bunch of freaks!" Like, it was cute. You know what I'm saying? It was kind of like out of nowhere for me because I had a little thing with, Triple XL and Reno Scum, what have you, and then they dipped. And then here comes Black Taurus and Crazy Steve. You know what it is for me? I'm just going to say this. I'm going to say first and foremost, Decay is going to get the win. But you know what it is for me, man? Like, when I see Black Taurus in this role, I'm like, it's not the same without Abyss.
Yeah. But I'm still kind of happy to see Decay back together and Rosemary back to doing what she should have been doing all along. That
Agreed,
being the creepy, evil demon lady.
Not with Taya.
Instead of Taya's BFF, who still dresses like a demon and looks like... that was weird.
I was gonna say, that was weird.
It made no sense, but whatever. But it gave us some entertainment with Legends House. That was the positive about that.
Oh, yeah, Legends House rocked.
Yeah, but with this, man, I got to go Decay on this. And like Moses also put it, like Black Taurus just came in like not too long ago and to be a part of Decay. So I got to say they're going to keep their role going against Reno Scum, who also says oi, oi, oi. So yeah, they're going to beat Reno Scum.
Oi, oi, oi. Hold on a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 5 tag matches on this show.
Oh my god.
So next one. Havoc and Nevaeh versus Tennille Dashwood and Caleb with a K.
Caleb getting involved, baby.
Give me Dashwood and K.
Okay. You know what? I'm really not sure on this one. Okay, that's one for Tennille and Caleb. Mike, what do you say?
I'm going to go with the Killer Death Machines, Havoc and Nevaeh.
Okay, so that doesn't help me. Now I got to make a decision.
You know what I got to say to you, Daz? Put your big boy pants on, man. Put your big boy pants on. Make that
You know what
decision.
I'm going to do? I'm going to think like Travis. Caleb with a K and Tennille Dashwood.
Why?
Because Caleb.
Because Caleb. Why?
No, you know what?
Because you're thinking with your dipstick, Willie.
No, surely he's going to get the crap kicked out of him. So, Havoc and Nevaeh, they're also going through a rough patch right now. But I think this would kind of put them back on the right path. So, yeah, Havoc and Nevaeh, actually, I'm going to go with those two.
That's my thing, because you put it, it's like, he's going to get the crap kicked out of him, because I don't see Tennille Dashwood taking the pin in this. I kind of see them kicking the crap out of him, and he takes the pin, because he's the goof.
The goof.
The goof.
All right. Another tag match. Chris Sabin and James Storm with Jake Something versus Violent by Design's Dina and Joe Doring, a.k.a. Christian Bale and Mickey Rourke.
Yep.
With Woody Harrelson in their corner.
Correct.
Who's Woody Harrelson?
Eric Young. You know what? I'm going to go...
water out. Oh, my God. I saw that.
Oh, he looks like friggin' Natural Born Killer.
I didn't hit.
It's
oh
kind of...
my God, he does, though.
It's kind of been going back and forth with Violent by Design, but I'm going to give this one to Sabin and Storm because they really... I think they've only won like one match as a tag team.
Yes.
James Storm?
Yeah.
James Storm.
I mean, you'd expect more from those two.
Yeah, give me Storm. And who is his partner? Chris Sabian?
doing.
Yes.
No, Chris Sabian.
No, I said Chris Sabian.
I want to
you
see
said
Chris Sabian
Sabian.
versus Kip Sabian.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh God, no.
I hate him so much. Not Chris Sabian. I'm Kip Sabian. I'm not a fan.
Yeah, but it means we
Oh.
get to see Penelope Ford.
That's the only plus about his entrance, is you get to see Penelope Ford.
Yeah.
Mike, are you going with Sabian and Storm too?
Well, you know what it is? I was originally going to go with Violent by Design with chicanery, but I also look at it from a stance too, like you said, like they've kind of been getting their butts kicked, that being Sabian and Storm, and Violent by Design have been getting a lot of the wins. You know, Diener, Doring, and Eric Young have kind of been on a hot streak, and they need something, and I think Jake needs to finally stick it to his cousin. So I got to say Chris Sabin and James Storm get the win.
Yeah, all right. I mean, hell, he was almost TNA World Champion last week.
Yeah, yes, he was. That was a very good match. And here's the thing, too, that a lot of people don't even realize. Like, cut the comedy stuff when he's Cousin Jake. Like, this dude can work. He's good. Good! He is something. He's something.
All right, this one's kind of a foregone conclusion, so let's get this one done. Deonna Purrazzo defending the Knocked Up Championship against ODB.
Bam!
ODB Texas, baby, in Orange Plain.
I did love ODB getting interviewed, and she just said, drinking from a hip flask. You want some? Thank you, but I'm at work.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so am I. Bam!
First off, why was Sue Young trying to give her a little blow?
It would have been like the scene from Mr. Deeds. I ain't got nothing there, you dummy.
Yes.
Exactly.
I don't know. I don't get Sue. I mean, I get the character. She's nuts.
First of all, God rest that woman's soul. Where are you kicking, honey? I ain't got no balls, dummy. I love that woman. Like, here's the thing. Like, wasn't she the one at the end? He's like, I wanted to be a man.
Yes.
That was her. Right? Okay, so you guys go first. I got to keep my composure.
Yeah, I'm going Deonna to retain.
Deonna.
Yeah, okay. Like, I'm happy to see ODB, but she's not getting the title, and this is just to put Deonna over, just to make her that legit star that she is. Virtuosa, Deonna Purrazzo.
Yeah, I didn't realize until ODB's interview this week as well that she's a 5-time Knocked Up champ.
Oh my God!
No way.
Yeah.
Like, I knew she'd been in. Wow. I knew she'd won the title before, but 5 times.
Yeah, she beat Tara. She beat, I think, Angelina Love is on that list. Well,
that was probably just to give Angelina one back.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, 5 times. I know Tara and were on that list. Maybe Tara and Angelina Love. No, so it says 4-time Knockouts champion here.
She said 5-time.
All right. Well, okay. Well, Bischoff, when he came into WWE, said that they beat Raw 84 weeks, but then his podcast is called 83 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Let me take a look at this list because there's only been 57. Okay. So last time ODB was champion, she defeated Mickie James.
What year?
Yeah, it does say that was her 4th time in 2013.
I forgot about that one. The last one I remember.
It does say that was reign number 4. Before that, reign number 3, she defeated Tara.
Yep.
Before that, it was vacated, and she defeated Cody Diener in an intergender match.
Yes, I remember that. Okay, you're bringing it back.
And yeah, she defeated Angelina Love the first time. Yes, she's only a 4-time knocked up champ. But
yeah, that's right, because her and Cody Diener were like an item, and then they broke up, and she was fighting. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. I forgot about that. I blocked that one out, and I keep the memories of Eric Young in my head.
She is the 5th longest reign, most reigns though. Gail came on 7, Angelina on 6, Madison Rayne and Tara on 5, ODB on 4.
And she's not a bad wrestler, just with her character, it is what it is. And also, I like the fact that her finishing maneuver was called the Dirty Dozen. I thought that was kind of fun.
Bam.
Bam!
All right, so full house for Deonna Purrazzo. We also have the Good Brothers defending the Impact tag titles against Finjuice.
Yes.
That's right, the Buenos Hermanos.
Now, I called Private Party taking the titles over to AEW, so I don't really see Finjuice taking them to Japan, so Good Brothers retain.
Good Brothers retain.
Mike?
I think this is going to be a very good match. My apologies, my alarm was going off. So so I have a feeling like, again, like we have a great matchup between these two. It's the New Japan guys against the Impact guys, and it's one of those things where, you know, these guys have chemistry, and I'm sure they faced each other and they've been around each other in Japan. So it's going to be great chemistry, but I'm going to say the Good Brothers still retain, you know what I'm saying? But it's going to be good. I'm going to say Magic Killer, pin that sumbitch, David Finlay.
Yeah.
Oh, what do you got against David Finlay?
I got nothing. But I would say out of the two, I think he's going to be the one to take the pin.
Okay. I'm about to say, because you call him some bitch. And I'm like, he didn't do nothing.
That's some bitch. That son of a bitch. He shot me in the ass.
That's a bold prediction, motherfucker.
Roll a motherfucker up. That's how I'm going to roll a motherfucker up.
Okay, a hold harmless match between Eddie Edwards and Brian Myers.
I forgot. What is the stipulation of this, Daz? What does that mean?
It's a freaking no DQ match.
Oh, so they just have a special name for it.
There's like 20,000 special names for a no DQ match, but they all mean the same damn thing.
What a bunch of...
I mean, I thought Hold Harmless was a, quote, non-sanctioned match, but it's, as Scott D'Amore said, it's literally anything goes. So, it's basically no holds barred. Eddie Edwards versus Brian Myers. I think I'm going to give it to Brian Myers. Because I think this goes further, and then he obviously continues his feud with Matt Cardona.
I like it. But if it's like a no DQ thing, like Eddie Edwards is like the king of that shit right now.
Yeah, true. Brian.
Fuck it, give me Eddie Edwards.
All right.
I'm never any good at the Impact ones anyway, so fuck it.
Okay, Mike, you're on the spot. There's one for each side.
Okay. As much as I don't want to bet against the Prince of Queens, that is Mr. Brian Myers, and you know me and my bias for my New Yorkers, I got to go with that son of a bitch from Massachusetts and the Boston Red Sox with his dumbass wife.
Yeah, fuck the Red Sox.
Thank you. And the only reason why I say his dumbass wife, and I'm not knocking her in-ring ability, but when she opens her mouth, I wish...
I look here, we fucking go fucking socks.
Yes. I wish she would do like the Master of Disguise. This is what you're doing. This is what I want you to do. Am I not turtly enough for the Turtle Club? No, I digress. It's one of those things where, like, she just annoys me. So out of the two, I'm going to say, since it is a no DQ, out of the two, no DQ, that rhymes. I'm going to say Cardona gets involved and screws Brian Myers. That continues. And I'm going to say E squared, Eddie Edwards gets the dub.
It should be wicked awesome.
I'm glad she's stuck in Swingers Casino because I fast forward those segments.
All right. Well, the problem with Alicia, too, is, like, again, I remember seeing her as Alexis Nevaeh on the New England Championship Wrestling scene. She had a feud with Mistress Belmont for Sheldon Goldberg's promotion in New England Championship Wrestling. Like, I'm like, all right, this chick is good. She's good. She's not bad. She's very solid. But once she turned up on Impact with Eddie Edwards, like, she just rubbed me the wrong way. Here's what's funny about it. Like, when she was on Wow Women of Wrestling as Sassy Massey, like, personality out the wazoo. Personality out the wazoo. Like, she was smiling and she was great in the babyface role and just having a lot of fun. Here, she fucking sucks. But I still got to go with Eddie Edwards winning.
Okay. I'm all alone.
On my own.
Good. Travis, go for Brian Myers. Okay, what do we have left? We have Fire and Flavor defending the Knockouts Tag Team titles against Jordan Grace and Jazz. I'm sticking with my guns this time. Jordan Grace and Jazz finally win the Tag Team titles.
Yeah, I'm about it.
Because
Jazz.
I thought it was a temporary thing, and then Jazz was going to retire, but they've continued teaming up. So
I was like, no, she is signed, bud. like she's working from the looks of it.
Mike.
And I like Jazz too, man. Like, I think if you need a veteran there to be with somebody, that's cool. Like, she's cool, and her and Jordan Grace have been a fun pairing. I know who Travis is picking.
It's odd. I've enjoyed Jazz more in this run than I did in their WWE run.
Okay, well, you didn't like the bitches back?
That's not surprising.
I don't know. She just kind of rubbed me the wrong way, but I'm really enjoying Jazz as, like, Jordan Grace's best friend.
Mm-hmm. I know who Travis is picking. And I'm probably.
He doesn't always think with that part of his body.
Hey. love you, Travis. But no, I'm gonna say this in response to that. I think you're right about them finally winning the tag titles, but I don't see it here. I'm gonna say through some chicanery, through some shenanigans, and through some ghetto fabulous vibes, I gotta say Fire and Flavor retain the tag titles. I'm going Kiera Hogan and Tasha Steelz.
Okay, well, you think you're gonna get another rematch at Rebellion?
Yeah, and I mean, you got the Boricua badass up in there. She's not a player. She just crushes a lot. And then you got Kiera Hogan, you know what I'm saying? The girl on fire. Busta Rhymes style. I got to go with him, man.
Oh, Mr. Crimmins, can you please start reminding me about that god-awful Halloween sequel with Busta Rhymes?
Oh, my God. All right, hold on. We got to talk about this for a minute.
I swear that was wiped from my brain forever, but thanks a lot.
That son of a bitch Crimmins, and I love him to death for this. He posted that, and as soon as I saw it, I'm like, my instant memory was you talking about it because we talked about Halloweens and all this stuff on NetPicks, and I'm like,
Resurrection sucked.
You hated that movie so much.
It was such a 2000s movie.
Terrible.
Oh, we're gonna do a reality show in Michael Myers' house, and he's gonna kill us all.
That was the premise. That legit was it.
Oh, and we're gonna kill Jamie Lee Curtis in the first 10 minutes.
I remember. I remember seeing that at Islip Theater when I was a kid, and I'm like, oh my God, this is so disappointing. Like, as I was looking forward to it because it's Halloween, and then it shit the bed, man.
Yeah, so awful. I'm almost glad Rob Zombie did a remake after that.
Hey, if it gives us more Danielle Harris, I'm happy. I'm going to say right now, if you've not seen Danielle Harris in Wish Upon a Star with Katherine Heigl, if it's on Disney Plus, my God, Danielle Harris, how you doing?
All right. Okay, this brings us to the main event, which we now know is to unify the Impact World Title and the TNA World Title. So it was kind of a waste of fucking time making the TNA World Title an official World Title, wasn't it, Mr. Scott D'Amore? Anyway, the winner then goes on to face AEW World Champion Kenny Omega at Rebellion in another winner-take-all match, which is going to be great because I can't wait to see Kenny Omega with all the fucking belts.
Oh, the motherfucking belts, motherfucker.
He's also still the AAA champion too.
Anyway.
All right, we've already seen Swann feud with Omega, and Moose has been building towards this for months. I don't really think it makes sense for Moose to come this far and lose, so I'm going Moose, and then, of course, Moose faces Kenny Omega at Rebellion.
Yep, that's exactly what I'm going with. Goddamn Moose.
Mike?
I gotta go with Chucky Finster's favorite wrestler. What about the Moose? Give me Moose.
Mike, go with the Moose.
I gotta go with the Moose, man. Here's the thing, and I love Moose. I mean, I was a fan since the Ring of Honor days when he was wrestling guys like Cedric, wrestling guys like Dominic Dijakovic, a.k.a. Donovan Dijak. Like, he was good. Like, I've always enjoyed his work. When he first came into Impact, when he was with Mike Bennett, and then that quickly turned to him turning face and Mike Bennett being a dastardly heel. And then they put him in the Grand Championship scheme, and then he was, all around, up, down, all around, side to side. It's one of those things, like, he's come a long way in his tenure, and a lot of people thought he should have been world champion sooner. Austin Aries. So it's one of those things. Where I'm finally getting to see Moose get his just due for all the hard work that he's been putting in. So I got to go Moose, man. Get the title, take it on Omega. Maybe listen to some, watch Omega take on Okada. Listen while wrestling Shibata, John Sakata. Hello.
Yeah, I mean, it is a kind of a shame that Moose is gonna, after all this, is just gonna be a transitional champion. But
no, I mean, okay. First and foremost, you want to talk about transitional champion. When we get to NXT, friggin' Raquel Gonzalez and Dakota Kai. You want to talk about champions? Get losing it quick.
Oh boy. Yeah. Before we get into that, though, I can kind of imagine Kenny Omega winning everything at Rebellion, and then Moose coming over to AEW to get his title back because Kenny probably won through some kind of shenanigans.
Yeah. But we've never seen Omega and Moose, and we've seen Omega and Swann. So, and I'll be honest with you, Rich Swann's reign as champ has kind of been, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. He had a good story, and honestly, the race was better than the reward.
That's the thing. I think he's a guy like when Dean Ambrose was the WWE champ. He's better in the chase.
Yeah. I mean, until he got to AEW, then Mox was a great champ.
Yeah, and they pushed him to the moon, baby.
To the moon.
Which a lot of people were criticizing. I'm sorry for bouncing around here, but a lot of people are criticizing the fact that Christian.
Of course, they're criticizing it. It's AEW.
Right.
But we'll get to that.
I'm not a fan of it either, but who fucking cares? Who else is he gonna get? Personally, I would say it should be like Archer, but in that instance, it's like, okay, Archer should win. It's like, who else is there in AEW that's gonna be able to like lose and not be completely dead?
Or a big name to put Omega over, because as world champion, he's only really feuded with Mox and then played around in Impact a little bit. So
that's it.
I'm all for it.
Oh, that's my thing too, because a lot of people are also saying, since we haven't seen him in the ring except for the Royal Rumble, like a lot of people kind of compare it to like when he first went to TNA in 2005. I was stoked because, you know, he had quit at Taboo Tuesday. He came in, he had this great run. He rose to the top with the NWA title, beating Jeff Jarrett. Like, I loved his TNA run.
Oh, the ring invasion.
Yes. But the thing too is a lot of people were saying, oh God, they're signing another former ex-WWE guy. He's 47 years old. They felt like it was overhyped because they thought it was going to be this big name. And then here comes Christian. Like, I knew once the thing hit, because I know his music TNA. You and I were both like, it's Christian.
We both knew it from the first beat.
Yep.
Oh, it's Christian.
Yep. Yeah, Moses.
Yeah, he's 47.
No,
Lashley's 44. What's your point?
Yeah, right? Exactly. Well, that's the thing, too. And I guess just because they felt it was overhyped. But, I mean, I think he could still go. And that's the thing. Like, he looked great in the Rumble. And he can have a lot of great matches with the young guys. I kind of compare it to not just the TNA run, but remember when he comes back, right, in 2009? He's on the ECW brand. He's going against Swagger. He's going against, you know, Vance Archer, Lance Hoyt. He's going against guys like Shelton Benjamin. He's going against guys like Zack Ryder. He's going against all the young guys. And, I mean, he put freaking Ezekiel Jackson over, for God's sake. Ezekiel Jackson.
Okay.
So, I mean, it's like that.
You say people say it was overhyped. I mean, Paul White said it's a Hall of Fame worthy signing. Somebody find me the lie. The only people that overhyped it was the fans. So it's going to be CM Punk. It's going to be Brock Lesnar. Get the fuck out of here.
Well, then Kurt Angle trolled the friggin' internet hard with that friggin' video.
Yeah, he did.
You know what? Kurt Angle just proved how gullible wrestling fans are.
That is true.
All right, Moses, do you want to say something?
Yeah, bro.
I just want to say that I knew it was going to be him, mainly because of Uncle Dave. But it was confirmed in my mind when I heard the Big Show say that he's going to outwork everybody. And I remember, I think it was like a, what's that dumb show on the network called? The Table of Three.
Mm-hmm.
With like, it was like an intercontinental thing. I think it was like Big Show, Edge, and the Miz, I think, and they were just like ranting and raving about how Christian can like outwork everybody, and I'm like, huh.
That was a nice little Easter egg because I didn't even make the connection.
Yeah, well, I remember too much crap.
I think I know what he's talking about. It was the one with Christian, the Miz, and Randy Orton, and they were talking about.
There you go. I was like, no, it's like I don't know why I thought Big Show. I was like, I know it was Edge and Miz for sure, but I was just like, somebody was just ranting and raving about Christian and how he can go, and I'm just like, huh?
Well,
he can go.
They've been saying that a lot because I think everybody talks about how his cardio is insane and like trying to keep up with him is insane. So it's one of those things too. Like I'll be honest with you, I remembered, a lot of people don't remember this. So he actually did, when he was the NWA champion for TNA, he did a match or two for Ring of Honor, and I was at the one he did in on Long Island. It was Christian and Colt Cabana against Christopher Daniels and the American Dragon Bryan Danielson, and it was a great match. And the highlight of it was Colt Cabana came up short on a side springboard moonsault, and he legit yelled out to Christopher Daniels to catch him, and I about peed my pants.
I was about to say that sounds like a bomb burner.
It was good. It was great. And then I think he had a match with Christopher Daniels one-on-one in Ring of Honor, and that was it. He only did like 2 matches.
All right, we will get into Wednesday in just a moment, but first of all, we are 27 days away from Promo Mania 6, the biggest Max Wrestling show of the year. It comes your way April 8th on Facebook, YouTube, and all podcast platforms. It's on like Donkey Kong as the Kingpin faces the Demoness for the first time ever as they both return to action in a promo exhibition. Moni Lynn will go one-on-one with Moses Marquez, and providing the match goes ahead, both will receive championship matches at Trivia Takeover. Everybody wins. As for those championships, the Phoenix will defend the Knowledge Championship against Daniel Crimmins, but the winner will have to later defend the title against Mike Larkin as he finally cashes in last year's Iron Bank contract. And if that wasn't enough for the Phoenix to worry about, it's title for title as he defends the Promo Championship against World Champion The Shape in the first ever groundbreaking cinematic showdown. But there's more. Before we get there, on April 6th, it's the pre-launch show featuring Chris Durham, Cypher, Moses, and Travis the Walker Anderson competing for the 2021 Iron Bank contract, giving the winner a chance to cash in on either Promo or World Champion anytime until Promo Mania 7. Plus, another promo exhibition gets you warmed up. It's Travis versus the Essential Robert Davis, which I believe is first time ever.
Yep. Oh, yeah. We're supposed to get a Trivia Takeover, but of course life happens, and then here we are now.
7 matches. It's almost like an actual pay-per-view. Don't miss it on April 6th and 8th, Promo Mania 6. Do we have everybody's attention now?
The Kingpin has returned to his kingdom with one goal in mind.
At Promo Mania, I'm the one you're gonna kill yourself to. See you in hell. I can't be disrespected like that. You've got everybody convinced that you're coming for me. You are my obsession now.
I have been holding her back. I am the reason she's not appeared to you yet. But she's getting stronger.
Nothing is going to save you. Nothing is going to stop this.
And there's nothing I can do about it.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. Thank you. I tried. The message. I'm sorry, man.
Max Wrestling presents Promo Mania 6, April 8th. Go to maxwrestling.net for more information.
Oh, he's recording. Fear tears. Let me get the fear tears. Kingpin. Kingpin. I'm sorry, I walked out of the show. I just can't handle that type of... I don't like that type of disrespect. I am a fucking king. I'm a damn king. No, man. Hold up. Like I said, get this man a towel or a Kleenex or both. He's got the fear tears. He's sweating. Either that man made a video in a sauna or the kitchen of Krispy Kreme. Don't worry, man. Don't worry. I'm not asking for no type of match or nothing. I'm not trying to take no shine away from what's coming up. You enjoy that? Enjoy that, but I see you already feel the pressure after one promo. One promo shouldn't even say nothing, bruh. I already feel the pressure. I'm sorry. I'm disrespecting me with me quiet. Sweat coming down my face profusely. Fear. You're fighting a demon. And you haven't even fought all your own yet, man. You open Pandora's box and you can't even handle the outcome. Already? Hey, man, don't worry. I just like fucking with you. And I believe I said I'd be on your neck. Should have laid low, man. Should have stayed away. Kingpin. Your rain? The only rain you see is on bad weather days. Evolution is fucking beautiful, bruh. Kingpin.
Now, before the Wednesday Night War, I have a new segment.
What?
As some of you know, I'm part of like 50 wrestling groups on Facebook, and some of the crap I see people post is enough to turn you off wrestling for life. This is the kind of shit that gives wrestling fans a bad name, but it's also very funny, so here's to the new segment, Shit Marks Say.
It's still real to me, damn it! Oh, this is going to be great.
Did you just come up with this today, or how long have you been holding this off?
A couple of days. So,
You just freaking Shit Mark Say, this guy over here with his new segments.
the first quote for Shit Marks Say is, and I quote, Shayna and Nia Jax should not get away with intentional attacks on the divas and bullying them. It's against WWE policy. They should be fired for it.
Oh, I saw that one. Okay, never mind.
Shit Marks Say.
I saw that one. Okay, that was a good one. I'm not gonna lie, I did see that one.
I don't even know where to start with that one.
Stop taking wrestling so seriously. It's still real to me, damn it, David Mills. First of all, that guy, that never gets old. He can still do appearances and make money off of that. Question over here from David. I just want to thank each and every one of y'all for what y'all done to your bodies. It's still real to me, damn it. I mean, thank you, Mr. Fuck, for saying what needed to be said. I just don't want to see it no more. Never gets old.
That was like fucking spot on, bud.
Yep. I also think I found the jingle for this segment. It's still real to me, damn it. Okay, now on to the Wednesday Night Warzone. Coming off of Revolution, AEW kicks off with Ray Phoenix getting a surprise. I would say it's a surprising win because the Young Bucks usually always win. Gets the win over Matt Jackson.
Singles competition. It was a really good match. Sometimes you really don't think of how good a singles worker Matt is because he has so few singles matches. But it was really good. It's just gonna build to their eventual tag match. I still don't see them dropping the belts to them. I legit see them if they're gonna drop them to anybody, it'll probably be the Good Brothers because that's what I feel like they're building to.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe Double or Nothing or something.
Or Rebellion.
Yeah, that too. Didn't think about that.
I mean, they could
start unifying belts like crazy.
Yeah, I mean, they could have a match at Rebellion, which is in April, and then a rematch at Double or Nothing in May.
For all the gold.
All the gold, baby.
Ooh, I like it.
Now, I absolutely loved the segment with Mox and Kingston explaining what happened at Revolution.
He's just hammered drunk listening to him like, fuck are you talking about?
I want to see this every week, just Mox and Kingston sat by a fire pit drinking whiskey.
Just having a good time.
Yeah, you can tell they're really good friends.
Oh, yeah.
So Kingston basically blamed him blacking out on PTSD.
Yep.
So he kind of had a panic attack and started remembering a time where he was going to be locked up and he just blacked out. And Mox claims Impact paid for the bomb.
No, that was my favorite part. He's like, well, Impact paid for this. And I was like, oh, yeah, there's no way TK paid for this.
Just a
like,
great
well,
segment.
yeah, you got to blame it on somebody.
I honestly think, like, everything that happened with Mox and Omega and Eddie Kingston this week completely saved that ending from Revolution. I mean, obviously the WWE fanboys are still going to give it shit, but...
I mean, and then not to jump ahead, but even Don Callis was like hilarious about it. He's like, we built you up, then gave you nothing. And I'm like, you know what, you fucker, you're damn right.
It makes perfect sense, but they also made you believe that it really was planned all along.
Mm-hmm.
And I honestly wouldn't be surprised if it was.
Right. I just, because all I know is I was afraid that they weren't gonna like story-wise it, because I kept hearing that they're just gonna take all the footage down. And to hear that they basically, like, right after the first match, started immediately insulting their own job. And then they came back and insulted you for believing that they would actually blow up their wrestlers. It's, like, the best.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this is awesome. We are held accountable for fucking overhyping our own shit. That's exactly what this is. Now, I will admit that some of the pay-per-view... like everybody got disappointed with Ethan Page and with Christian, but it's like, dude, did they overbuild it a little bit? Yeah. So my little bit of advice is underbuild and you're gonna over deliver. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I wasn't really disappointed with any of it.
Being a diehard, knowing Ethan Page, actually liking the idea of Christian being in AEW, I don't hate it either.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, I knew Ethan Page was a free agent. I didn't expect him to show up in AEW. I had heard no rumor of it or anything. He just showed up, and I was like, okay, this is cool.
Did you see those assholes, by the way?
I was just going to say, I knew he wasn't NXT bound, but who assholes?
They were like, Ethan Page didn't get a pop. Nobody knew who Ethan Page was. Like, shut the fuck up.
It's like, dude, that's the shock factor. That's what happens. He may not be that well known, but I guarantee you there was plenty of motherfuckers watching that pay-per-view going bananas.
Yeah, for anybody that wrestled like PWG and Impact Wrestling, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
The one thing that did kind of annoy me is, like Mike said, when Christian came out, like the crowd had to wait until his name came up on the screen to know who it was and start cheering. And like me and Mike were like, first beat, that's Christian Cage.
Yep. Well, because we know the TNA on that.
Yeah, it's basically the same. It's also a remix of Evanescence's Holding My Last Breath.
Mm-hmm. Well, you know what they were like? You know what the crowd was like, man? With the fact that they didn't know who that was? They were like Evanescence. You know why? You want to know why, Dazzy Dangerously?
Because they don't call you when they're sober?
And because they were everybody's fool is who they were, Dazzy Dangerously. They were everybody's fool. And they were going under, sons of bitches.
Well, AEW are joking that Impact's going under.
Mm-hmm.
I love the jokes because it just shows Impact can make fun of themselves. Because obviously there is a working relationship there. But with the explosion, I kind of went through two different minds. Obviously, when the moment I saw the sparklers, I think me, Mike, Crimmins all had the same reactions. Like, what the fuck is that? What? That's pathetic.
Well, we all were Travis. What the hell was that?
Yes.
We were all Travis.
But then the more you think about it, you kind of think, there's no way that they deliberately fucked that up, or they thought that was going to look good.
So I will tell you what inside info I've heard. Yeah. The idea is they built this thing thinking that it was going to be, enough, but because it's a bomb, they couldn't exactly test it. You can't put a bomb back in a box. So they were just like, fuck it, let's go with it.
I think they could have at least made the ring collapse.
So either that or my idea is two improvements. Smoke bombs on the bottom of the ring and kill the lights.
Yeah, or
that way we don't see all we see is the explosions.
Or like blackout and a flickering light.
Something like that, you know what I mean? And then when you come back and the place is just covered in smoke, you're like, oh, they're dead. Or, are you ready for this? This is my favorite one, and I just came up with this as we're talking. You could have just had the sparklers go, and then Mox sit up like, what kind of fucking loser bomb is this?
Yeah, there was
just
ways
walk
they could
away.
have sold it as a dud.
Yeah, you could have definitely sold the dud, but it is what it is.
But I accept how they've kind of salvaged it. Unless it was planned all along to be a dud. Either way, I'm good with it.
Yep, I can move on.
You know nobody's going to move on from that because, they have to talk about, oh, this is what you give us with a pay-per-view in the last 7 minutes. Oh, my God. They compared it to a movie. You know what I'm saying? You watch a good movie, then it has a shitty ending. But, everybody's going to harp on it because that's what they do.
Motherfucking WWE promises a women's title match and then cut the pay-per-view 20 minutes short. Shut the fuck up.
Hey, WWE fans, you remember when fucking the Royal Rumble was on top of, or the fucking ladder, Money in the Bank was on top of the goddamn Titan Towers and fucking Rey Mysterio got thrown off and came back 3 weeks later, you dumb motherfucker?
Remember when Ray lost her rubber eye?
Oh, Jesus.
Don't act like WWE's the golden shit.
Please, that company is far from high and fucking mighty.
Remember when Chris Benoit wrestled William Regal in No Mercy and we got to see William Regal's bare ass coming out of the shower?
I do.
Remember when Mae Young gave birth to her hand?
Remember when Tori...
Why does everybody always have to bring up the hand? Act like the Attitude Era was good and shit.
Remember when Tori Wilson caught Al Wilson and Dawn Marie in the shower?
Oh. Honestly, Armageddon was the best part of that whole feud.
Oh, shit.
All right, I'm going to
play this. That.
So,
I'm crying.
Oh, my God. I was 10 at that pay-per-view, and I'll be honest with you, I'm not going to lie. As a youngin', when my mom left the room, and then she came back and saw that, she's like, what's going on? I'm like, well, yeah.
So let me tell you something, Mom.
It's kind of tough to, describe to your mom, what the storyline is. She was starting to watch wrestling with me, but she just left because she didn't know that was coming on. We had ordered the pay-per-view, and I said, yeah, it's the Tori Wilson stuff.
Was it like Tony Atlas? I went to my room.
Yeah, she went to her room. I'm like, well, yeah, it is what it is.
Okay,
so, yeah,
one more before we move on.
Sure.
Triple H humped the mannequin in a casket wearing Kane's mask. Shut the fuck up.
Looks like I just humped your brains out, though, Katie. No, hold on. That's why sick Vince McMahon is, because there was a funeral going on in the next room. Scream louder, damn it, louder!
What's going on in the other funeral? Oh, they're very upset.
You're telling me.
Well, Triple H talked about it Opie and Anthony. He's like, they were coming in, to keep it down, and then he's like, my boss wants me to scream. He's, damn it, scream louder.
Can you imagine walking into that room to tell them to be quiet because you're at a funeral and Triple H is there wearing a freaking Kane mask?
Shut up, I don't care who's dead in the next room. I only care about this one. There's a fucking mannequin over here, goddammit. Suck huge.
Oh, okay. So Cody Rhodes gets a win over Seth. I don't know how to pronounce his second name. Gargis? Anyway, some Seth dude.
Yep.
Before being confronted by Penta. So it seems we have a nice new feud for Cody to get his teeth into. Penta talks some shit and they...
That's right. He says, I'm 1,000 times better than Juju Puto.
What I did love was Penta's seriously. Serious? Serious?
Oh, yeah, he's all right. Oh, you serious? Like everybody in the Discord was
that was great.
Like, oh, serio, bro?
You know why I laughed at that? I think he said that a lot when he was the champion of Lucha Underground. I remember him saying that a lot. And like you said, Daz, I'm happy that it's a new feud because Cody was just stuck in limbo when they had the friggin' shit with Jane Cargill. And this is something fresh.
Well, before Penta came out.
I thought he was going to be out because of the old shoulder thing.
Oh, yeah.
Did you also notice at the pay-per-view with Cody, everybody was booing him because they did not want him to win the ladder match?
Yes.
That's so fun.
Yes. So it would be best if Cody kind of stayed away from title pictures for a while. But at least he's doing something meaningful now instead of dicking around with Shaq.
True.
Because before Penta came out and this whole match was going on, I just thought, what the hell is Cody doing? He's just in a random match with a nobody. No offense, Seth.
Yeah, right. He was just in action.
But yeah, this looks good.
Mm-hmm.
Sting also seems to have a new enemy as he celebrated his win at Revolution.
This one scares me.
Yeah.
Like
the Murder Hawk.
Like, dude, you can't be. You're gonna put him against Jake, right? Like, that's what this is. This isn't against him and fucking and Lance, right? Because you're gonna kill this man. Like,
I mean, I wouldn't even be comfortable
you
with Jake hitting a short arm clothesline on him.
seriously, like, the reality is you put him in a cinematic match. We know he's in a fucking bodysuit, but you're gonna legit put him in there with a 6'6" fucking monster. Like, I don't know how safe. I mean, I'm sure fucking Archer's safe as fuck. I'm sure, but in the condition Sting is in, I was cringing with everything he took from Brian Cage. You got this crazy motherfucker.
I was really pleased with the street fight, though.
Oh God, it was so good.
Even the commentary didn't really put me off.
No, I mean, who was it? I was listening to a lot of people review it, and most of them were like crapping on it because why the music was too much. I think it was Meltzer, and I like yelled at my radio. I'm like, dude, fuck off, dude.
Of course it was.
And then even, but I think Brian like came right back and was like, okay, dude, well, like it was like meant to be like a movie. Because I'm working, it didn't have to be. It was like, oh, they're like, go fuck right off. I loved it because I thought it was a movie. It was like a weird mixture of like Blade and I forgot what other movie we were talking about, but I got so much Blade vibes, it wasn't even funny.
So I just had to check because we were talking about Sting and Vance Archer. So I typed in Sting, Lance Hoyt, TNA. I don't think they've actually, even though their time there, Des, I don't think they've ever wrestled each other before in TNA at all. So yeah, this is the first time matchup for these two.
Who, Sting and Archer?
Yeah, they never wrestled each other.
Oh yeah, I forgot they were both in TNA.
Well, I think the time when he came in, he was just doing the solo stuff. He was a VKM, and then of course he was Lance Rock and the Rock and Raven faction, and then he was gone.
Oh, he's come such a long way since Rock and Raven
Yes,
faction.
He has come a long way since Rock and Raven faction.
Oh man, I mean, not that there was anything wrong with Rock and Raven. I loved Rock and Raven faction, but he looks like a completely different person now.
Exactly. Give me Christy Hemme and the fire crotch ENT and leg drop. Yes,
you know what? It's very much Drew McIntyre of 3MB and Drew McIntyre of today.
Yeah, I could see that, but I mean that was at a time too when he was. Weren't they feuding with the Justice, the superheroes with Super Eric and like Shark Boy and all them? Remember that?
Super Eric. What the hell?
Oh man, Eric Young.
Yeah,
master of gimmicks.
That's when Jay Lethal and Consequences Creed, aka Xavier Woods, were the tag champs for like a week.
Yeah. All right, so speaking of Ethan Page, he goes one-on-one with Lee Johnson and obviously gets the win. But after the match, after Dustin saved Johnson from a further beatdown, QT turned his back on Dustin again, and we don't know what the hell's going on with this.
Can I say I don't give a fuck?
I kind of do, just because there's no explanation for it.
Yeah, I can understand that.
I think the last time I didn't give a fuck about like a turn with tag teams at Goldust was when he feuded with R-Truth and they were just quoting movies. It was great from the pop culture standpoint, but I did not want to see Goldust wrestle R-Truth.
Well, I mean, Dustin is just ageless.
I mean, again, the Golden Truth was funny, but the fact that they had to split them up for no fucking reason, like it really like disinterested me. But now we have him and QT Marshall, and I'm like, okay, whatever.
Yeah, it's just pretty random.
That's like when they had Allie with Brandy Rhodes in the Nightmare Factory, and then all of a sudden, like the next couple weeks, she's back being the bunny.
Yeah. Also in AEW after getting stabbed in the throat.
Yeah, and also the fact that Brandy Rhodes, you know, her heel turn sucked when she was an Awesome Kong, and then they just said, okay, you know, we're going to drop this.
Oh, yeah. Did they get complaints or something just because Kong used a knife?
I don't know, man. It's like, I don't know,
I was
man.
kind of intrigued by it. Because we haven't even seen Awesome Kong since.
No, we have not. But unfortunately, we've seen Dr. Luther, and I wish Dr. Luther would just go.
Yeah.
And we haven't seen Melanie Cruz.
Friggin' Luther.
You still can't get over Luther. You hate him.
No, I don't hate him. I just don't really want to see him.
Well, I'll be honest. The reason why I hate him is just because it's like you have all these young talents, and then you got this fat slovenly son of a bitch out here.
Tell us how you really feel, Mike.
I hate him, man.
I know, right? Fat slovenly son of a bitch. My God damn, man.
I hate him. It's like friggin' a fucking slimmer but disgusting version of Bastion Booger. Fuck this motherfucker. Like, come on, bro.
It's a bloated Gangrel.
All right, I gotta do it one time. Be raw, be raw, be raw. Brood, man. Loved it. But yeah, it's a bloated Gangrel. That makes sense.
Terrible.
Vampire Warrior, not.
That was terrible.
That was terrible.
As we already mentioned, Kenny and Don Callis practically confirmed that they sabotaged the explosion before being confronted by Eddie Kingston. Great segment again. And I also,
the whole thing was awesome.
They also reenacted it and like really ribbed it.
Oh, he's like, oh yeah, come on, 69 me, and I'm just like, God damn, Kenny, you son of a bitch.
I did see some people chastise this, but I'm like, it's supposed to be funny. It's heels. Like, stop. Take a joke.
Like, I was about to say, I was like, yeah, dude, they are meant to be poking, like, ridiculous amounts of fun at them. At this. Like, that's calm the fuck down.
And the great thing is Eddie Kingston kept a straight face for the whole thing.
I don't know how. I don't know how. He must have still been drunk.
Probably.
That reminds me
of... Well, I don't know. I really would have been cracking up then. I would have been fucked.
That reminds me of health class in East Islip High School, man. I wasn't in the class, but there was a couple kids that I know used to like to hump each other just to piss off the teacher. Whoa. So that kind of reminds me of it, you know?
Well, all right.
I know the kind of guys Mike used to hang out with. I was kidding.
Yeah, chess club. Sure.
All right, I'll have something to say. I'll have something to say after the show because you all know. Well, you know who one of them is. I'm just going to say after the show. I'm not going to embarrass him on air. So go ahead, keep going. I'll have a funny story after.
As a man that spent many years inside of locker rooms from football and wrestling, guys just like to hump. Okay, it doesn't know what. You'll find a guy humping the shower. He'll hump a locker.
I just like to put guys in the walls of Jericho. Really.
Yeah, here's the thing, man. When I was doing track and friggin' stuff in high school, I used to get slapped on my butt just for no reason, and I looked at him like I wanted to kill him, and just, friggin' just, it's a thing, but still, I hated being stuck.
You know what's so a part of sports? It's just like,
I know, but I hate it. Bro. I understand, but I hate it.
No, I know. I'm just saying, it's like you hate it, but as a guy that's done sports his whole life, it's like, you're not gonna slap me on the ass.
I know, I understand, but still, it's still uncomfortable as fuck.
You know, sometimes we would have like wrestling matches over the plastic replica belts, and you'd expect the teachers to walk past and say, "Stop it! You're gonna get hurt." But two of them walked past, and they were both wrestling fans, so they just kind of looked and said, "Be careful," and carried on walking.
Yep.
Yep.
I don't want to see you in the fucking nurse's office, you little prick.
Well, all right then. Boom! Super kick.
How about this? Like, don't come in my class complaining that your face hurts.
I did get F5 by like a 7-footer who was like a few years above me. That was crazy. Okay, next bit. I just want to say I loved Maki Ito continuing to sing her song while everybody else was brawling.
That was so funny.
I was like... She does not give a shit, and she is totally on beat with her song. Like, this is fantastic.
And then she
just stops, and then right as she does, I think it was like somebody was right in her face. Yeah. She punches her, and I'm like, yeah, this is great.
She'd came to grab her, and she just bopped her with a mic.
She's like, no, fuck you. Oh, that's right. She started beating her with the mic. No, get fuck.
Some people don't get Maki Ito. You don't.
What is there not to get? She's the fucking bananas.
Yeah.
And it ties into the fact that she is an artist and she's a singer and it's her gimmick. She's just, it's her.
The greatest things about her is she is completely and 100% contradicting of her entire self. So she used to be a fucking Japanese pop star. She comes to the ring flipping everybody off. Then she starts screaming, "Who is the cutest in the world?" But yet she calls herself the deity of shit.
And the god, what is it? The god of love and piss or something like that?
Yeah, the god of love and piss. Or the goddess of love and piss.
Thank you.
Listen to me when I say this. I fucking love Maki Ito. Like,
me too. Like,
I needed her in the States sooner.
Well, hey, when you own Jim Cornette, you earn a lot of respect at a lot.
Dude, that was my first glimpse of her. I'm like, dude, you're great. And then now it's just, She's gonna be here for a while.
Good.
Let's just say she's gonna be on Dynamite for a while.
Good.
Like I first heard of her like a couple of months before she debuted at Revolution, and I'm all for it.
Yeah, she's just.
I'm already
great.
a big fan.
She's not like the greatest worker ever. She's
just
far
fun.
from. She's just 100% entertainer.
Who was the one from New Japan that was the entertainer? The one that used to team with what's his face? Oh my God, who am I thinking of? You know who I'm talking about? The guy with the There's an entertaining guy. Give me someone who's an entertaining
cat. Rocky?
No, not Rocky Romero. Keep going.
Entertaining guy, not Rocky.
He used to come out with the DVD. He used to come out with the DVD.
Oh, Yano.
Yeah, Yano. Thank you.
That's my guy, Yano. Yano does 3 things every match that is hilarious. He tries to give you his signed DVD. He takes off the turnbuckle pad and he busts out the tape in a funny way, not like Jim Duggan where he'd fucking do his gigantic wind up to punch you.
Yes,
and he'd pull it out of his tights because it's the worst.
Yeah, Yano is the R-Truth of New Japan.
Yes, and that's what it reminds me of, like Maki Ito being funny, and with like the bop stuff reminds me of Yano taking off the turnbuckles and stuff. Thank you.
I also loved her just free fall flop.
Oh yeah, she does the Honma headbutt. What is it? I forgot what they call it. The fuck, I forget what it's called. Kokeshi. It's a Kokeshi.
A Kokeshi. I love it.
I love it though, because if you know Honma, he's like the fucking rip-off version of Hulk Hogan. So, but he doesn't have the facial hair or nothing, but it's Honma mania is what he calls himself. So he does the whole thing. He just starts jumping and smacking his head, bounces off the rope, and just does a headbutt. And I'm like, to see little ass Maki Ito do it is just the greatest thing ever. And then, like, at Revolution, she, like, missed it twice. And then when she hit it, she's like, yeah! She celebrated the third one. I was like, she's too good to just be on the pre-show.
Well, after the match, it was Thunder Rosa's team got the win, but Baker then attacks her with a crutch. Almost exactly the same time that Casey attacked Xia Li with a crutch on NXT.
I was just gonna say, I was like, didn't this happen on both shows?
Yeah, at pretty much exactly the same time. They were the same time segments. Like, I watched the attack with NXT, then I turned my head, and all of a sudden, Britt Baker's attacking Thunder Rosa with a crutch on Dynamite.
Mm-hmm. Maybe this feud will finally end.
Well, we're gonna get the match next week, which I believe is a lights out match.
Yes, lights out. You know, what is it? The whole unsanctioned.
Yeah.
That's what I was going for.
As long as I don't get another tooth and nail match, I'm good.
Oh boy, that was so bad.
Dude, wasn't that bad?
It was terrible.
It was terrible. and then to make matters worse, like, she legit tried to kill somebody. And I was like, whoa.
The worst part was it was the opening match of the pay-per-view, so it kind of left a sour taste for the rest of the show.
It did.
And they didn't do much to redeem it, to be honest.
Nope.
What I do like about the lights out gimmick, though, is they actually do turn it into a gimmick and turn the lights out and then back on for the match.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like, okay, this is where we stop taking responsibility.
Yep, it's like, if you get hit, your fault. You agreed.
Also, Darby Allin and Scorpio went pretty long.
That they did.
And everybody thought Scorpio was going to win.
As long as it did. I was really... Well, for the longest time, I was like, there's no way. Like, Darby is their Rocket right now. I don't know what it is about him. He's just like... He's their Sting. I always lean towards that, but it's true. Like, if you want to talk about a guy, you would build around Sting is the name you would use. But they're building him, you know, they're his Sting. So I was like, I knew Scorpio was anybody that won the ladder match was gonna go in and lose the next night. And at least for us, Scorpio looked really freaking good. And then we ended up getting a heel turn.
Yeah, so we know it's not over.
Which is much fucking needed, because, dude,
I love how he,
my man, you're stale.
Turned heel with a heel hook.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for pointing that out. Beautiful heel hook. I had no idea he had MMA back. He had a little bit of MMA background.
No idea.
Apparently, he had a few fights.
No idea when we're gonna get the rematch. Probably Double or Nothing. but that's like 2
I
months
don't know
away.
if it's gonna be that. I was gonna say I don't know if it's gonna be that far out.
Well, I mean, I can see them wanting to keep the title on Darby until the pay-per-view.
That's for sure.
Or do we have like a 2-night special thing coming up anytime soon?
I know that they have, was it St. Patrick's
like
Day gimmick or whatever?
A themed episode of Dynamite.
Yeah, but I don't know about anything else.
Alright. But then I friggin' loved the final segment, as I'm sure everybody that watched Dynamite did. So we had, I lost count, a quadruple swerve at the end. So Sammy Guevara exposes MJF trying to screw the Inner Circle. The Inner Circle then advance on Jericho before they all turn around on MJF. MJF then announces his actual new group, which are Shawn Spears, Wardlow, and FTR. Inner Circle then gets mollywopped.
Great. It's great stuff. I'm not the biggest fan of MJF being the quote-unquote Ric Flair of this Horseman, but it works because Ric Flair was and always will be the ultimate promo. However, in the ring department, MJF is no Ric Flair. But that's okay. That's okay. So this isn't like a Horseman. This is Horseman, but it's like there's a bunch of Horsemen.
I mean, it's only really Horseman-esque because they've got Tully.
Goddamn Tully. I was loving it last week when like Arn came out. He's like, "This looks like the Horseman," and then you got J.J. Dillon. Yeah, dang right, it's the Horseman, and I'm like, "Oh, that's right, the Horseman's back." And now this week, I don't know, but that's okay. It was still great. I still love. This is working out awesome.
Yeah.
But this kills Nick Aldis.
I'm interested to see what the name is going to be. The name the internet seems to have come up with is the Outer Rhombus.
Love it.
That's funny. I'm okay with that. I also got to say, because you were the one saying, you got to watch it. You got to watch this. Yeah, I'm not going to tell you what happened. I wanted to go to bed. But you're like, Mike, you got to watch it.
I literally sent you what happened and then removed it before you read it because no, I can't spoil it. I cannot spoil such a good segment.
So then I watched it and I'm like, yeah, that was badass because it was just him crying in the corner and then he's got his own stable and I could do without Shawn Spears. At least they're doing something with Shawn Spears, but I can do without Shawn Spears. FTR was great. Tully with the pile driver. Just the whole thing and Wardlow being this absolute monster that he needs to be and is.
Oh, Jericho
like
got bloodied.
Loved it. And now we got a babyface Chris Jericho and a babyface Inner Circle.
Yeah, looking good. Also, Shawn Spears actually was pretty devastating with that. Like
that kick,
the kick to the chair on Sammy. Oh,
Killed
more
him.
of that, please. Just don't kill anybody.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now there is a rumor that this is preparing for finally having a blood and guts match.
Finally,
which would make sense. You got two big groups that just pretty much wiped out the other one.
I'm all about it.
Yes, please. Now, on to NXT, which kicked off with two huge announcements, which, unlike our announcements, were spoiled days in advance. Thank you very much, Dirt Sheets. First of all, TakeOver is, this is going to suck for us, 2 nights, one on the Wednesday and one on the Thursday, so I guess we're only going to predict the first night. No, wait. The second night, sorry. Yeah, it's going to be a crazy week for us that week. We got so much to predict, and WWE has a show every single freaking night of the week.
Some bitches.
Bastards. But the second announcement, and I know Mike is going to rant about this one. William Regal crowns Dakota Kai and Raquel Gonzalez the first ever NXT Women's Tag Team Champions. Well, they crowned them the NXT Women's Champions first.
That's right. I was like, wait a minute, what?
Mike?
Oh my God. Okay, so you finally give Dakota Kai a title, which again, rightfully deserved. Okay, like fucking this girl has been from pillar to post, injury, just doing, just happy to be here. Look at me, I'm Dakota Kai. Woo! I'm Team Kick, and then now she's this badass, and then you finally give her the tag title, which her and Raquel rightfully deserve from winning the Dusty Cup there. But then we got Ember Moon and the lovely Miss Shotzi Blackheart, and they have the match, and then they win the tag titles. and they're crying. It's all celebratory and whatnot. But I'm like, you finally gave this girl title, then you took it away from her just like that. Did we really need to have them get the titles and lose the titles in the same night? You know what I'm saying? And no disrespect, but I'm like, really? Like, all the hard work that this girl's been putting in, and now all of a sudden, you know what you did? You hoodwinked her. You sucked her in. Just when they think I'm going, they pull me back in. I felt like it was The Godfather, for God's sake. They friggin' hoodwinked her. They friggin', you know what it was, man? This was a terrible movie. I'm going to make the reference, though. These suckers got served is what happened, man. These suckers got served. And Raquel Gonzalez and Dakota Kai were the suckers, and they got served wrongfully. You know what I'm saying? Wrongfully served.
It also kind of felt like a consolation prize. Like, you
It's
got
like,
screwed
okay,
out of the women's title, so fuck it, we're just going to make our own and give them to you.
It's like a participation trophy. Oh, here you go, Dakota. You've never won a title. How about it? Oh, we're going to take about psych. That's what they did. They pulled a psych on us.
Yeah, so they create their own tag team titles, even though the women's tag team titles are cross-brand anyway.
I don't get it. It made me mad, man. Like, that's what I'm saying, too, because I understand if you want to have NXT women's tag titles, but also it defeats the purpose of, like you said, going across all brands like Shayna and Nia did when they wrestled them on NXT for the tag titles. You know what I'm saying? That's the purpose of the WWE women's tag titles, is to friggin' cross-brand it. You know what I'm saying? And they've hinted so many of times, before the pandemic, oh, we could go over to NXT UK, we could go over to NXT, we could do this, But the problem is, what you're doing now is creating your own tag titles, and it's just like, then what's the purpose of having these women's tag titles if it's not going to be cross-branded?
Yeah, because now they've just got the tag team titles between Raw and SmackDown, or does those two brands get their own tag team titles, and there isn't enough tag teams for them?
They friggin' Lady Marmaladed friggin' Raquel Gonzalez and Dakota Kai. They said, hey, Dakota, you want to give it a go? And then get you, yaya, da. An hour later, they lose them. It's like, Jesus.
Are they really that desperate to keep the women's tag team titles on Shayna and Nia?
Well, yeah, because they're not like most girls, and Shayna's a badass, and then Nia's just talking about her hole, Hey.
Horrible.
Terrible. Mm-hmm. I don't even know who they're going to lose to. I don't even know who you can put Nia and Shayna with again. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Unless they're going to have them lose to friggin', okay, what do you call Mandy Rose and Dana Brooke?
Oh, the Gucci Girls.
The Gucci Girls, yes. Unless they lose to the Gucci Girls, which I don't see them Gucci winning. No, I don't even know who they can go with. It just makes me mad.
And at the same time, I was happy for Ember Moon and Shotzi, but pissed off for Dakota and Raquel.
Agreed. And Shotzi's crying because she's worked hard as well.
Yeah.
And Ember Moon was, she's a former women's champ, but they're finally doing something with Ember Moon.
It's just that Dakota's worked hard longer.
Yes. And yes, and she's been there longer than Dakota. Has she been longer than Ember? I think they both are around the same time. I could be incorrect on
that. Probably about maybe a little bit longer now that I think about it.
Yeah, because she was feuding with Shayna way back in the old NXT days.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, and then Ember comes along and she beat Billie Kay in her debut on NXT TakeOver. That's right. Yeah, I remember that. She beat Billie Kay.
Ah, poor Billie.
Or Billie Kay. That's what I'm saying. You give me entertainment with Billie Kay on SmackDown, you give me that serious side of Peyton Royce on Raw, and I'm good.
You know what? To be honest, the women just pissed me off all night on NXT because Toni Storm also lost to Io Shirai, and nothing against Io Shirai. I love Shirai, but come on now.
You were so angry, and so was the internet, because it was Tony's time, and it was Tony time. It was Tony's time, and then they just have Io win, and I love Io Shirai too. But I think from a stance is, do you think that they're going to have Mercedes Martinez be the one to take it off of her?
Well, Io now wants to defend it against Raquel.
Why is
Raquel Gonzalez being shoehorned into the women's title picture?
Continuity. Remember she pinned her in War Games?
Nah, War Games sucked. No, the women's War Games match this past year was a botch fest.
It was.
Sorry, ladies. Last year's was good, though. Actually, you know what? Xia Li and Kaden didn't piss me off. It was just Boa getting physical and snapping the crutch, and I just want to know who the fuck the lady in the chair is.
Told you, Karen Q.
Karen Q.
It's not Mako Satomura, because I'll be honest with you, if anybody has not checked out that match, Dazzy Dangerously, I was going through NXT UK because I had to see it. What a badass match, man. Putting over Kaylee Ray like that. It was good. It was good.
Nice.
Watch the match.
Yes, sir.
Yes, I'm saying to the people, too, watch the match. Not just you. Well, I'm just saying, you guys like Mako Satomura.
Yeah.
I do.
We glossed over Pete Dunne getting the win over Jake Atlas. Jake Atlas is just... He's in limbo.
I like him,
he's
too.
He's in the... What is it? I'm going to get squashed and I'm going to be in catering limbo.
He goes through, like, stages of getting squashed and then getting a couple of wins and then getting squashed.
I remember when this guy had, like, this video package and everybody was like, oh, this is cool. And I'm like, hey, look, he's gay. He should be openly gay and da-da-da-da. And then I think somebody heard me and they're like, fucking lock him in the closet.
You know what? I love you, man. You know what they did? They also got rid of the Rainbow DDT. He can't call the move the Rainbow DDT.
Let him be fucking gay. Who cares?
Let him be fucking gay.
Well, you know who does need to hide in the closet?
Okay, for Orlando Jordan.
No.
Yeah.
Get spray the jizz on himself. You know,
whoa.
Damn.
The lotion on the
fucking pack the train up, pal.
Pack the train. That's what he did. He sprayed the lotion on himself because it was supposed to look like he was jizzing over Rob Terry.
That's ridiculous.
That's ridiculous. So what he did, it looked like he was horny for some Rob Terry. He wanted a piece of the freak.
Looked like.
Okay, it was an understatement. He really wanted some of Rob Terry.
No, you will not spray your jizz on me, thank you very much.
That is a great Rob Terry.
What I was saying though is people who should hide in the closet is all the women because Jordan Devlin's coming back.
Oh boy. Oh. Okay. Well, I'm gonna say this right now. Agreed. But number 2, we get him and Santos Escobar. Thank you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We finally get. Well, I can't do this actually. He's like, we finally get to figure out who the real cruiserweight champ is. So I mean, he's gonna lose, right?
And then he flipped the phone on. And look, there's the plane.
Oh yeah, look, the plane's there. I'll be there next week.
I hope he loses. He's a great athlete, but after everything that came out against him, fuck that guy.
Oh, he's gonna get pushed.
Well, you know why, right?
Because it's NXT.
So right.
Well, no, you know who likes him?
NXT.
Well, no, who in NXT likes him? You know what?
Shawn.
Yes, Shawn Michaels.
Of course,
he's very high on him.
I mean, yeah, like you said, great athlete and
used to be
everything.
very high on a lot of things.
Yeah.
And then he lost his smile.
Oh, yeah.
Well, speaking of Legado del Fantasma, they did get a win over Grizzled Young Vets after a distraction from MSK. Do they have to cut a promo every fucking entrance?
I hate that, but I also love it at the same time.
Why do they have to cut a promo on every entrance?
I swear it's like he doesn't know how to say soon, so he's just like, soon to be recognized.
I got to comment on that. First of all, I love the fact that he says it like that. Number 2, I think he does it on purpose because he does that. Right. That used to be their thing.
It's his accent, yeah. Soon.
Right. Soon to be
tag team champions.
Like 6 seconds to get the soon out.
Grizzled young veterans.
Soon.
Again, man, James Drake with the shoes with no socks. What is it about the people in the UK, man? I mean, you know about this, Dazzy Dangerously. What is with the shoes and no socks?
Oh, they fuck boys.
But so, do you guys like? Are you guys like cool with the smelly feet? Because I'm not cool with the smelly feet.
Absolutely not.
I told you, man. It's the Don Johnson look. Because if you remember looking at Sonny Crockett,
yeah, but we don't get no freaking sun.
All right, fair point.
Just look. Point. Also, it's nighttime usually, and they look ridiculous.
All right, fair enough. I'll take that. I'll accept that.
So Breezango attacked Legado after the match.
Okay, first off, I'm going to say this. Dude, Fandango. What? Dude, he looks awesome. Why is this guy like...
He's always been in shape, though.
Yeah, he's always been in great shape.
He's just
attention. Never been pushed.
And he's tall. I didn't notice any of these things. I was like, no wonder he was on the main roster. But yeah, no, they look cool. And then they're all dancing with fucking MSK.
Yeah.
They're all smoking kids. That's right. They all knew how to get high.
You want to get spaced out? Yeah.
Absolutely.
Speaking of spaced out, Space Jam, Lola Bunny. What in the actual hell?
Oh, fuck Space Jam 2. That's right, I said it.
Don't talk about that shit. Fuck, you gonna get rid of goddamn Pepe Le Pew, and then you start talking about my guy Speedy Gonzalez. You go fuck right off with that shit.
Mike, Mr. Pop Culture, I know you'll understand my lack of excitement for Space Jam 2 when I say the director also brought us Scary Movie 5 and Girls Trip.
Oh, okay, fuck Scary Movie 5 and fuck Girls Trip. The one of the worst scary movies, if not the worst scary movie, was Scary Movie 5.
This is the person behind Space Jam 2.
Oh.
Well, I'm not excited.
You're putting my childhood in this guy's hands. Fuck
and
that.
LeBron effing James, man.
I got nothing against LeBron, but fuck that.
Okay, Jordan though was the man though. You know what I'm saying? Just Jordan going down there. Hey man, I wore him after every game. I did. I washed him after every game.
But he was actually funny.
He was funny.
LeBron's kind of a dickhead.
Yes. I still remember when he was first on Raw in 2003 during the when in Cleveland Cavaliers, and he finally got signed.
His flip phone.
Yep. He knows.
I remember them.
Yeah, I wonder if Jordan's taking this personally. All right, main event of NXT was also awesome, just like Dynamite. Both shows did a great job last night. Finn Balor obviously retained the title against Adam Cole, baby. Just as Kyle O'Reilly arrives.
Yay!
Oh, look,
I love Adam Cole, because when he needs to look like the scaredest kid ever, he just knows how.
Yeah.
And when he sees fucking Kyle, it's like he saw a mixture of Jason Voorhees and Freddy Krueger, and he's like, I don't, and he was just scared, fucking shitless. It was the greatest.
Yeah.
And then he gets fucking killed with this goddamn brainbuster outside. Oh my god.
Oh, O'Reilly beats the piss out of him.
Fucking Jesus.
Talk
Talk about revenge, pal. And then, dude, what is up with his elbow? Are you guys paying attention with his elbow? We got a big old goose on it.
Who, Kyle or Adam?
Yeah, Kyle.
Yeah, I noticed that too. I was wondering what that was about.
He's been goosed ever since the first friggin' match with Balor.
Yeah.
He may have fucked his elbow up a while ago and nobody's paying attention to it.
Yeah. Well, maybe that's why he's been having a couple of weeks off. But I did also...
I thought it was all because of the diabetes.
Yeah.
Diabetes.
I loved how Balor was sat in the corner and just sort of went, oh, yep, he's all yours.
Yep.
What's funny about it too is as soon as I saw Kyle O'Reilly come out, I also, because of this show and you guys and our bond here with all of us, I knew Moses was going to be excited because I know you were a fan of the Ring of Honor matches and the match that they had at Wrestle Kingdom. So I know you were.
I was hoping it would be for the belt, but I mean, just the fact that we're gonna get a rematch or get a singles match with them at a takeover should be great in its own right.
And a personal one.
Agreed. Yes.
Mm-hmm. And then, of course, you had big, gigantic Karrion Kross.
Oh, that was great.
And he's like, oh, I knew he could beat hair.
That's exactly what he said.
What took you so long?
It's about time you come.
Without even turning around, just, what took you so long? And then he turns around.
Yeah. There you go. What took you so long?
Then all he said was TikTok. That's all I needed to say, TikTok.
Is it just me?
That's going to be Mania.
I mean, obviously Finn Balor's not the biggest guy, but it just seemed like Karrion Kross is suddenly huge again.
Yeah, right. I was like, dude, when did you become massive?
So I think we have our main event for TakeOver Stand and Deliver.
Stand and Deliver.
What is with these names?
They do know Stand and Deliver is not a pirate thing, right? It's a highwayman thing.
No, it's not. It's pirates.
Anyway,
I want to know who's coming up with these fucking names. I think it's Sean. Sean's like, you remember back in the 90s when we used to name every in your house? We should do that again.
Sure it's not Road Dogg?
Maybe it is fucking Road Dogg. I don't know. He was around.
Oh, no, if it was Road Dogg, it'd be TakeOver Pirate Party.
Pirate Party.
Pirate Party. Or we would get, what is it? A TakeOver in your house international incident.
Oh, TakeOver Alone with My Baby Tonight.
There you go. That's so fucking
Take over Sweet Baby James. It's not just
Sweet Baby James.
It's not just the James Taylor song, Sweet Baby James.
Sweet Baby James.
Well, or just Take Over. Oh, you didn't know?
Take over.
Oh God, fuck no. Fuck no. If you dare.
NXT Takeover DOGG. Oh, NXT Takeover Getting Rowdy.
Oh.
Okay, you fuck right off now.
Yeah, but K quick.
Yes.
We
get rowdy.
Quick. Get rowdy. No, I don't want to.
Man.
Well, if you're gonna cover Raw and WCW and Nitro in the 2000s, you're gonna get rowdy.
Oh, I know. I fucking not looking forward to it, but I am in a way. I don't know. We'll see.
So bad it's good.
Yes.
Yep, that's how it works.
Okay, that is the Wednesday Night War, and you know what? I am also going to say line of the week. I'm going to give it to Jon Moxley. Impact paid for the bomb.
Yep.
Yes. I got one other thing to say.
Yes.
Congratulations to Molly Holly going in the Hall of Fame, finally.
Yeah.
Whoop, whoop.
I mean, Hall of Fame's going to be like 8 fucking hours this year.
Well, yeah, because they're doing both classes, man.
Why?
Because we didn't get a proper one last year.
Well, the 2019 one was long enough. I'm still fucking getting over it.
Yep.
I was just gonna say, I was like, dude, no thanks.
No. Also, Randy has a habit of falling asleep at the Hall of Fame ceremony, so he's gonna love this one.
Great.
Could they not have just done them on 2 different nights?
No, because we have to have it all in one.
Why is WrestleMania too big for one night, but the Hall of Fame isn't when they're inducting 2 freaking classes? And in one of those freaking classes is the Bellas.
Oh, yes, that's right. So
I gotta sit through a fucking induction of. So we really gotta thank John and the other John who married my mom.
Yeah, I was gonna say that was John.
And we revolutionized the Divas.
Give Divas a chance to start in our match against Paige and Emma.
Get the
it was because we
fuck
wanted
outta here.
Paige and Emma to get a chance, fucker.
So we got Batista, JBL, the British Bulldog, Jushin Thunder Liger, NWO, Hulk Hogan, and all them getting inducted for the second effing time. The Bella Twins, and as of right now, for 2021, just Molly Holly.
I'm obviously more interested in Molly Holly's induction than the Bellas.
Of course.
Yep.
And because she also gets to talk about being Mona in WCW. Mona. I mean, the one I'm looking forward to, I'm curious to see what Batista and JBL are going to say, because there's going to be good stories, and the British Bulldog. NWO, Liger is going to be very cool.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, here's the thing. People were criticizing, why is he going into the WWE Hall of Fame? He doesn't wrestle in WWE. I mean, he wrestled at NXT TakeOver against Tyler Breeze. So, I mean, why not?
I mean,
and he has an illustrious career. I mean, he's Hall of Fame.
Yeah, he's like the most famous Japanese wrestler of all time.
Of course.
There you go.
But you know, there's going to be people out there, well, he didn't wrestle in WWE. Why is he going in the WWE Hall of Fame?
Well, you know who WWE bought? WCW. You know where he used to wrestle a lot?
WCW. So shut the fuck up.
Thank you. I was about to say, it's like, because fucking Dean Malenko had a shit career in fucking WWF. They didn't induct him for that. They inducted him for, his WCW run. You earth.
Geek.
That's what I'm saying.
Fucking
People
geeks.
People are idiots. You know what I'm saying? And like that, who was the guy that went in? There was a Japanese wrestler a couple of years ago that wrestled Ric Flair, and it was just to get him in because he was Flair's buddy. And he's like, well, they never wrestled in WWF, but he wrestled Ric fucking Flair. Okay, like shut up. Oh, Carlos Colon. Why is Carlos Colon?
Oh yeah, Carlos Colon, because of the fucking WWF, you arf.
And like, wrestling in the WWF, and his sons are hello.
Like, learn some fucking history, pal.
Agreed.
All right, well, thank you everybody for tuning in. This is the Max Wrestling Podcast. Remember to like and follow Max Wrestling on Facebook, subscribe to our YouTube channel, as well as Andre Corbeil's channel, and follow us at Max Wrestling UK on Twitter and Instagram. We're also on SoundCloud, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Play, iHeartRadio, and CastBox. And Anchor.fm.
Yeah.
And above all, go check us out at maxwrestling.net. Follow us on social media at the Captain512, at MCL92, at the Walker, at Walker_TA92, and at SMRPodNet. But before we tap out and bid you adieu, remember, Twitch makes Vince's dick itch, and everybody on Anchor thinks he's a wanker, including Moses Marquez.
Goddamn right he is. That son bitch, he don't like fucking nothing, motherfucker. Anyway, Retro's coming back this week. It's gonna be a little extra special because there's a gigantic surprise. I'm gonna leave it for Sunday, but just know that the entire Retro spectrum is gonna be flipped upside down on its head. But it's for the better, so that's gonna be a good thing.
Injecting poison.
Injecting poison, absolutely. Twitch thing is going down. I think I did like 35 minutes of a stream that I did not know that I was actually doing. That's why it randomly stopped for the people that like hit me up like, why'd you stop? I'm like, I had no idea I was streaming. I legit hit play on a game I downloaded, and it's like, log into Twitch. I'm like, sure. And wada bam. Anyway, so I might play some more CSGO, even though I was absolutely terrible. But yeah, good stuff. Lots of good stuff. Oh, that's right. AEW Revolution review is going to drop Friday.
It's going to blow.
It's going to blow. Yeah, that's right. It just took a lot of editing. I fucking did it with a lot of background noise, so I'm trying to edit it out. Yes, I'm that big of a fucking audio nerd. That's how it goes.
And Mike, who you been talking to? And I'm not going to take credit for any interviews you got.
Oh, okay. You can't do that to me before I say shit, and I got drinks by me, you son of a gun. And speaking of you son of a gun, I have been dialing back. F you. I have been dialing back. I did 2 shows last week with that son of a bitch Spider who I hate, and we talked about why I hate him in an hour and 50-something minute conversation talking about pop culture, pro wrestling, NYWC, which was fun. I actually met Spider when I was 13 years old when him and Tito Santana were taking on Stockade and King Kong Bundy for the NYWC, which was a fun time. We also had on Jenny Bloody Valentine, a.k.a. Jennifer Thomas, who's taking on Veronica Payne at LFC 31 Booty Camp 2 coming up for the LFC podcast, which I will say this. If you guys want to check out LFC 31 Booty Camp 2, go to LaundryFC.com. It is pay-per-view, so early pricing, you get $15, $19.99 after March 13th. We got free weigh-ins at 9 o'clock. The event starts at 10 p.m. Tuesday night, and the main event is none other than MLW Salina de la Renta taking on Katie Forbes. So it's going to be an amazing event, top to bottom. Vita Von Star from Ring of Honor's on the show. I cannot wait for LFC 31 Booty Camp 2. I got some more interviews coming up this week. Actually, the newest one is out right now with Air Force Amy from Cat House, the series on HBO. Rest in peace to Dennis Hoffman. We talked about Cat House. We talked about prostitution. We talked about a whole lot of things. And, of course, Air Force Amy being in the military. She was a legal prostitute, man.
Okay.
The Bunny Ranch. Cat House.
I was about to say the Bunny Ranch.
The Bunny Ranch. And Chef and I.
Goddamn HBO.
Chef and I on the Urban Wrestling Network discussed the LFC 31 preview. We had a fun show with that. So I have been dialing back. I said the stuff from last week. Screw you, Dazzy Dangerously. I'm taking a break. You know what I'm saying? You just want to come at me, patronize me, chastise me, put me in the ground. So there's going to be a lot more coming. That's what I'm showing.
Don't be locking in the corner.
StevenMikeShow.com, LaundryFC.com, Max Wrestling Podcast. We're the Max Four Horsemen. Myself, Dazzy Dangerously, Moses Marquez, Travis the Walker Anderson. We do what we do. We love what we do. All graphics, no gimmicks. Obi Trice, real name, no gimmicks.
And join us
next week
for more predictions with Fastlane. And I think this is the last one now, and then we got a clear path to WrestleMania.
It's like,
thankfully,
like 2 weeks off or something.
Yeah. And then we got Takeover 1, Takeover 2, WrestleMania, fucking 1 and 2. Ugh.
There's too much shit that week. There's a lot of shit.
Oh God.
Yeah. I'm almost thinking maybe we should do Promo Manias 2 nights and just turn the pre-launch into night 1.
That would be interesting. We've never done that before. I'd be all about that.
It's also our last stop next week before our 6th anniversary. And that's the bottom line. Goodbye. And good night. Bye.
To quote Limp Bizkit, hell yeah, I'm living life in the fast lane.